Chestnut. We're the hosts of Magic Drive Time, the only daily audio fix for Orlando Magic fans. And actually, I just realized this, Jake, one of the longest-running sports talk shows in Orlando. We've been at it for 13 seasons. How is that possible?
Oh, wow. That's good stuff, Dante. And that's exactly what you'll get on Magic Drive Time each day. It's your touchstone for the latest Magic news, game previews, and reviews. And we've got more stats and notes than we know what to do with.
Listen to Magic Drive Time on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. You know, I've been on the air for over 30 years with headphones on, and I've had them way too loud. And that's why I like MD Hearing. They've made these new Neo rechargeable digital hearing aids, and nobody can actually see them. They fit in your ear. Get the hearing you deserve with MD Hearing. Go to shopmdhearing.com and use promo code RUSS and get their new $297 when you buy a pair offer. Plus, they're adding a free extra charging case. It's a $100 value. So that's mdhearing.com and use the promo code RUSS and get their new $297 when you buy a pair offer.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Did you know Life Imaging FLA? They've been around for about a year now, a year of saving lives. And I say that, and it's all actually accurate. I have 4 friends who went to Life Imaging FLA, found out they had heart blockage they had no idea that they had, and it did save their lives. Dozens of listeners have told us the same story about finding out about cancer early and heart blockage. You can go and get this same scan done, and it will give you peace of mind, and also can let you know in advance if you have something that you need to take care of. Life Imaging FLA, they know that early detection of heart disease and cancer is a game changer when it comes to early treatment and the outcome. It's Life Imaging FLA. If you want to get that heart scan, pick up your phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and with a few minimum requirements, this is a $699 value, and you can get that free heart scan like I did. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Life Imaging FLA.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Shawn Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from it's time for a boycott to the Racy text messages 2 teachers sent to a student and why a Russian warships off the coast of Florida. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and and more. Sabrina is not here yet. C-Lane, hello.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. And how's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
We are good.
All two of us.
So good. It's
Too strong.
You're probably gooder than me.
Gooder? I'm gooder over here.
You're
What's going on?
Well, because you're here and not at jury duty.
Yes, that's very, very true. I do not have jury duty. I was about to check it yesterday, but I still wanted to let my conspiracy float out there a little bit, so I wanted some time to pass. And right around 5:30, C-Lane sends me a text message, and it says, like, juror number whatever, you're not needed at the thing tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah! Well, first I said, is that mine? And he says, yes. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is awesome. I don't have to do jury duty tomorrow. It wasn't until just moments afterwards I thought, what if he's screwing with me? And it wouldn't be hard for C-Lane to, like, Photoshop a screenshot that said I wasn't needed, or for that matter, I was needed.
Especially since you barely knew your juror number.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the sheet every single time. But thankfully, no jury duty for me. I am not needed this go-round, but at least I tried. I stepped up, and I was going to be there.
Yeah, you made so much effort, bud. I mean...
I did. I put the thing on my desk. I read it. I did all. I prepared. I told the management. I told everybody, look, I'm going to be needing a day off at least here. And then when they said no, I was like, maybe I should just take the day off. I deserve it. Pat myself on the back. But I feel like I'm needed here. So we'll do the show here today. Sabrina is running a little behind. She'll be here before Fritz on the street, probably at the top of the hour. I would guess she would be here. She's currently getting ready for the thing that she's taking Thursday, Friday, and Monday off for.
Right.
So a little bleed over here as we get into her going to Bonnaroo. But she will be with us before too long here. And I'm ready to start a boycott. I'm not even a boycott guy.
What are we
but
boycotting?
Oh, man, am I ready for this. I'll tell you, that's going to happen in a moment here. But first, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the BBC. That's the British Broadcasting Channel. For those of you who are noobs out there and unaware of what that stands for. And there's a lady on the BBC. I like her. I like her a lot. She had some personality. She also was very self-aware. And here she is with her report. She had a report before the end of the show. That was kind of just a run-of-the-mill thing, and she was worried about it. Here we go.
To address that. We'll be dipping in and out of that conference throughout the day here on BBC News, I'm sure. Now, they are known for their big eyes and for being famously sleepy. Am I talking about myself here? No, sorry, no. But over the last 20 years, the number of hazel dormice...
All right, their final report is a soft one. It's about hazel dormice, which is like... little teeny mouse that you might get. And now she gets a little worried about some of the wording in the teleprompter.
Hazel dormice has declined by as much as 70% across the UK. It's hoped a new project which sees them re-released into their natural habitat could help to restore the population. Is it habit or habitat? I'm probably going to get emails about this. Well, it's habit on the auto cue, so what can I say? Nicola Hassler has more. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, she says, I'm Ron Burgundy. She just tosses that in. Which
I did not know that the teleprompter overseas is called the auto cue.
Yeah, the auto cue is what she said. And then she tosses in, I'm Ron Burgundy.
Auto cue, so what can I say? Nicola Hassler has more. I'm Ron Burgundy.
A little bit of spice and personality for the BBC, which doesn't generally get very much of that at all. And I love how when you're reading a teleprompter, a.k.a. auto cue over in the UK, when you're reading it, the audience doesn't really compute that. They just think the things you're saying are the things you're saying. So if there's a mistake, it's not on the person who put it in the teleprompter. It's on you for saying it. She's realizing in real time, I'm going to get a bunch of crap for saying this. So let me say both of these things just in case I don't want to screw this up. That's where the reporter found herself, and the I'm Ron Burgundy was just a little icing on top. All right, boycott time. It's time to boycott. I'm ready for this. And what we're going to boycott, hopefully you're on board with this. I'm not sure if everybody will be. But I don't like to throw this hammer down much. Now's the time. It's time to boycott the Nathan's July 4th hot dog eating contest.
Oh, here goes.
All right? It's time for a boycott here. This is a long time coming. Now, if you know anything about competitive eating, which is a gross world, but kind of interesting, there's some interesting characters in there. You know,
it's weird that there's an organization for competitive eating that calls themselves Major League.
Major League
Eating.
Major League Eating, MLE, and they take themselves very seriously, as you know, C-Lane.
I do know this because there was a particular bit on a particular defunct show that saw a lot of people ended up doing a lot of throwing up and just a lot of really gross stuff. I think they had to, like trash bag the studio for easier cleanup. Stuff like that. It was like they really, and they tried to oust this gentleman that was a participant from Major League Eating because that activity was unbecoming of the league.
Yeah, they're doing this all the time, and that's why I'm saying this is just wrong. First of all, Joey Chestnut is the guy. He is the face of eating, if you want to put it that way. He's the face of eating hot dogs, certainly on July 4th.
It's so funny that you say he's the face of eating. Google his name, and let's look at the first picture that comes up. The first top left picture from Mr. Joey Chestnut.
Oh, God.
That's the face of eating.
He's
right
the
there.
face of eating. He's the gross face of eating.
That's the face, that MLE is trying to preserve.
This organization is nonsense. They, if you are in the MLE, the Major League Eating organization, there's a lot of financial things that happen as a result of you being in there. But you can't take part as I know it. And if you know more about this, do course correct if I veer off here. But I think I've got this fairly right because I've known about it over the years. And even I did an interview with a competitive eater one time that's up on the interview section of the newsjunkie.com. But I digress. So as I know it, the organization behind this Nathan's July 4th hot dog eating contest and many, many others will not let you participate in any other eating competitions that they are not sanctioning. So if you want to participate in the big ones like Nathan's July 4th, they rule over you like a godlord, and they tell you you can only participate in our events. You cannot, like if you see something where there's a burrito competition, you want to win $200, you can't. You're automatically out of the league if you participate in anybody else's stuff. And so he wanted to make a deal with some other group out there, and they said, that's it. Joey Chestnut is out on July 4th for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
But this isn't even so you're saying that if you're at MLE and there is another eating contest that's not MLE, I would sort of equate that to the PGA kind of drawing a line in the sand about that other Saudi Arabian Gulf league where they're like, no, if you're doing one, you can't do the other, right?
Right. Yeah.
Which seemed kind of like, all right, but if they're, I don't think your contract, you get a tour card, but
in one of these, C-Lane, like in the PGA or the Live Golf Tour, these guys are making millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of bucks. And the other one, these guys are just trying to eat and make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Even the July 4th thing doesn't pay out a ton of money for these guys.
Correct.
And they're relegating them to only being in these Major League Eating events. And now Joey Chestnut is out. He's the biggest name in all of this. They said he was going to be repping Impossible Foods. They make vegan sausages. They aren't connected with Major League Eating, so therefore enough's enough. And Michael Jordan, the Michael Jordan of eating, is out for the 4th of July. I'm boycotting. I'm not watching. I already was on the fence because it's disgusting to watch. But I do kind of like how they enter, like they're going in the ring as wrestlers or something. And I get the whole spectacle of it all. It's the most exciting food-related thing that might be on television on 4th of July.
So is this MLE's call or is it Nathan's?
They're blaming each other so MLE is saying Joey Chestnut made a decision that won't allow us to have him in the 4th of July hot dog eating competition from Nathan's. And he's saying, I'm ready to go. They've banned me. They won't have me at this competition. Enough is enough. All Day Yuckers on Twitch says TNJ should do their own contest. If we do, Joey Chestnut is fully in. Fully in. I don't care who he wants to have as a sponsor. God forbid some of these folks make some money. Big Doug Millionaire says, I'm more of a Kobayashi guy. He's the OG. Why do you think he doesn't compete? For the same reasons. They tried. This was all about money. This big organization wanted to take over and squeeze all the money out of folks who just wanted to eat stuff and make some cash. And that is insane to me.
So I'm seeing here on the post a rep for MLE, which Nathan's sanctions to run the event. So it's Nathan's event, and they bring in MLE to be like, hey,
to organize
like
it.
You pay MLE a fee and goes, hey, throw a sanctioned hot dog contest here.
Yeah, well, hold on. Just a pause real quick. Do you know why they have to have MLE do the event?
To get the big names?
Yeah, they want all the big names in competitive eating.
Right.
If they don't do it with them, none of those people can compete in the competition.
I've seen Joey Chestnut do stuff in town. Does that mean that, like, when he competed in the chili cook-off, like here in Central Florida one time, that they had to pay MLE for that?
They probably did, or they were involved or something.
So a rep says Nathan sanctions MLE. So the organizers bent over backwards to meet Chestnut's various other demands. They agreed to let him participate in a rival Labor Day dog eating fest to be taped for TV as long as no brand was mentioned.
Right.
But they drew the line on letting Chestnut pitch for a different hot dog brand. I mean, I kind of...
You think that's big enough to stop this? He says I was gutted to learn from the media that after 19 years I'm banned, said Joey Chestnut on X. To my fans, I love you and appreciate you. Rest assured you'll see me eat again soon. Stay hungry.
Everybody seems to be telling their own version of this story. Like, oh, Joey Chestnut learned about it from the media. Like, he didn't find out until he turned on CNN one day and it said, the headline was Joey Chestnut banned from the eating contest.
Big eating, I say down with them. I say down with big eating. This sounds like a corruption-filled organization. It sounds like a company that's trying to get everybody in line and make sure that they suck all the cash through the cash vacuum and nobody else can get paid. And it seems screwy to me. I don't like it. I'm not watching.
A source says Chestnut was paid $200 large to appear in the Nathan's contest last year and was offered a $1.2 million 4-year contract going forward, which is like the Shohei Ohtani of food eating contracts, I think. And if he's under contract with Nathan's, then yeah, he can't.
They said he was offered though. Did he take it?
It doesn't. It says these are all like an insider, a source, an insider, and a source insider. The two sides could still come to a resolution before July 4th, but it depends on Joey. They're putting it on him.
Of course. Zach says, why would Nathan's hot dog brand advertise for a different hot dog? Here's how I'm seeing this, okay? First of all, Joey Chestnut and these other people, they don't work for Nathan's hot dogs. The deal is with the league.
They're paid by
forces them to stay within their structure. They are making a deal with that league, and the league is aligned with Nathan's hot dogs. They are going to do another event where there's like Impossible Foods, and they're not even in real competition, I wouldn't say. Maybe you would say they were, but I don't know if they actually are in practice. And they're saying you can't do that. They're trying to completely control the careers of these people who just want to stuff their faces. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. We'll keep up with what's happening here and dive deeper into the drama. We got to get into an idea from Trump that's getting some people reacting in different ways. Some people seem excited about this, others not so much. I think it's an interesting one. We'll get into that. And
I have a great idea. It is let me go. Just let it slide. Let's brush everything under the rug.
You got a deal. We'll do that. And the grossest thing in food, even grosser than the thing I'm boycotting right now, Nathan's hot dog eating challenge. What is it? That is really gross, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive and intersection backups where John Young Parkway meets Vine Street. Checking up on some of the major roadways. On I-4, there's slowdowns before Champions Gate between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. And authorities are still clearing up an accident on Tradeport Drive at Orange Avenue. There's also an accident on Michigan Street at Orange Blossom Trail. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
If you're ready to refinance, buy your first dream home, do some debt consolidation, then you got to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to work with an expert and a friend that you can trust. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Tonight on one stage.
Capital One cardholders can score their tickets first. Starting today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Only available while pre-sale tickets last. Or until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Add a Capital One Access Pass to your pre-sale purchase to attend an exclusive pre-concert event with a performance from New Kids on the Block. Only available during the cardholder pre-sale.
Pre-sale tickets are limited and will go fast. So visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One to buy.
Thank you from Fence Outlet, Central Florida's top fencing company. As we celebrate 30 years in business, we want to thank our customers for their trust and support. We couldn't have reached this milestone without you. Find out more at fenceoutlet.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassy's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassy's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassysmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey everyone, I'm Dante Marcatelli.
And I'm Jake Chapman.
We're the hosts of Magic Drive Time, the only daily audio fix for Orlando Magic fans. And actually, I just realized this, Jake, one of the longest running sports talk shows in Orlando. We've been at it for 13 seasons. How is that possible?
Oh, wow. That's good stuff, Dante. And that's exactly what you'll get on Magic Drive Time each day. It's your touchstone for the latest Magic news, game previews, and reviews. We've got more stats and notes than we know what to do with.
Listen to Magic Drive Time on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1 from day one.
Dude, we all can see you. You're not that tricky. Put the phone down. Trust me, nobody liked your last 50 posts. They're not going to like the one you just did while you were driving. I can see you, man. Don't pretend. Don't think because your hand's below the dashboard, I don't know what you're doing. This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. I'm the one who's going to be suing you. For all the other people, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell. Offices, Orlando.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
iHeartRadio celebrates the Tony Awards this Sunday on iHeartRadio Broadway, the greatest songs of musical theater.
Alexander Hamilton.
Go backstage with Broadway's biggest stars. Hear the stories behind the shows and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Plus, check out exclusive interviews with this year's Tony Awards nominees. iHeartRadio Broadway, one of over 100 commercial-free stations on the iHeart app. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway and start listening.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
And I'm interested to see what everybody thinks about this, especially those of you who are in the service industry or anybody who's listening to the sound of my voice. And I ask you this question: do you ever get tips? And you answer yes. Those are the people who I'm talking to right now.
All right.
And maybe we could bring up the texting
I used
service.
to get tips. Do I count?
Yeah, I wanted to hear right away. I was like, I wonder how C-Lane feels about this and what your experience with this is. And some people might not want to go on the record saying things here. So maybe bring up the texting service so we can get some stories more anonymously over there as well. But Trump was at this rally in Vegas, and when he wasn't talking about sharks and batteries, he was talking about some things he was going to do first day in office. And here's one of the ideas. Who knows if this is actually packaged together, if he was just kind of rambling and made this up off the cuff, but this is one of his ideas.
This is the first time I've said this, and for those hotel workers and people that get tips, you're going to be very happy, because when I get to office, we are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
What? All right, so he's saying when I get to office, he's like, day one, when I get to office, we're not going to be charging taxes on tips. So this is what leads to a couple uncomfortable conversations I want to have real quick. If you take somebody who's in the server world, a bartender, let's say, do you think the average person is reporting all of those tips? Or do you think they're basically already tax-free?
I don't think that the average person who receives tips is reporting 100% of that income.
Well, you think they're reporting at least some of that income?
I don't know if there's a rule on what percent they have to report. I mean, you would think, just like, you know, that's a stupid question. You would think it's income. You pay income taxes. Taxes to tips or income. You should report 100% of your tips. But if my guess, like if it were me, like if what I thought was true, I would think that you would report the income on the taxes or on the tips that are on paper. like
so
credit card and debit card tips.
This is
And
what
then
I was
the cash
thinking.
ones, those are pocket tips.
You work at a restaurant, you're a bartender, and anything somebody does on a debit or credit card, that's in the system, and that's going to show up, and you gotta report that. But the stuff that's cash, you just pocket that, and you don't even report it when you're working out your taxes.
Yeah. I mean, the credit card tips, I know that there are ways for bars to pay those out more immediately, but I don't know if that always happens. Because if the money's coming in via credit card, you can put that on your paycheck. It can show up on your paycheck. And if it's going through payroll, it can be taxed.
And then I wonder how actual servers, I don't care about anybody else and their thoughts on this. I want people who actually get paid this way, what they think about this. Is that true that if somebody does debit or credit, then you have to report it, or is there still another workaround? Like, are there places where, let's say C-Lane goes into a bar. This is a far-fetched story here, I know. But let's say C-Lane goes into a bar. When you're in the bar, you have a good time. You have that weird assortment of drinks you always have. Like, you start off with like a Bloody Mary. And then you have like
it depends on the day, the bar,
Moscow Mule,
like
and then
those are nice.
You have a Red Bull and vodka, Red Bull sugar-free and vodka, and he goes all over the place with his drinks. So afterwards, you tip $20, right? You're feeling super generous. Papa C-Lane going to throw down some money for you in this tip. At the end of the night, would the bartender then go, okay, here's all the receipts for all the tips and stuff. I'm going to take the $20 cash because there was a $20 tip there, or do they have to wait for that to process all the way through and get to their paycheck? If that's the case, I'd rather be tipping these people with cash. I'd rather be giving them cash. I bet they would want cash.
I think that varies from restaurant to restaurant. I mean, I think, like, for example, there were places where that I would play music and I would be paid in check. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of times I would have to take those checks to my bank and deposit them or whatever. Some places let me endorse the check right there on the spot, and they would give me the money in cash. Or some places let me sign some sort of receipt that went in their records, and then they would give me the money in cash. And now I'd get $10.99 on that stuff, but it was still like more instant. So I think there is a method to cash out credit card tips. But, because that money is still going to the restaurant or bar in question.
Well, we'll get to everybody else and what you think, but really I want to hear from you. Can stay anonymous. If you send a dispatch, just put anonymous, and I won't say your name when I play it. Put anonymous in the description.
My friend says, by law, you have to claim all your credit card tips or else you're at risk for audit, which makes me sound like I guess either side would be. Cash is kind of a free game. That's why some places are cash only. The server and or bartender has to claim credit card tips when they clock out. If it's if it's a place that shares tips, they kind of do that at the end or something like that.
So I feel like if that was the case, I feel like a lot of servers and waitresses and waiters would probably like this. I feel like they would probably like if they weren't taxed on the tip money. I think that they would be a fan of this. We'll have to see what everybody thinks here. Melissa says you need to report a certain amount to make sure not to get flagged. Average 18%, as that's the average tip. What you report is taxed. We'll go over to you and what you think. Your dispatch is momentarily on this, but that's what he says he's going to do. Trump says day one, we are not going to be taxing your tips out here. And I know sometimes, like high empathy, I'm sure well-meaning activists, as I roll my eyes a bit, they tend to say, like, here's what we want to do. We want this minimum wage. We want this. We want to save these bartenders, these waiters, these waitresses. We want to get them a higher wage. Most of the time, the people who I actually talk to do not want that. They want the tips. They want the tips. The tips is where they make their extra money, and it's where they really, really pull in some extra cash. I think that's probably what they would prefer, but we'll see. We'll go to those dispatches in just a second here.
This sounds like, am I crazy? The promise of promising every bartender and server in the country that if he's elected the first week or first day, there's a lot of first day plans, which never come to fruition.
Yeah, you're still moving stuff in on the first day. You signing things? I don't think so.
But you're going to promise to drop tips? This sounds kind of like if you elect me student class president, there's going to be free pizza
Free Pizza Fridays.
Every Friday.
We're going to
count on me for Free Pizza Friday.
Coca-Cola in the water fountains. We're going to have all the things that you could ask for. Well, Biden pays off the student loan debt and wins over some votes. Trump's like, where can I pull some votes from? I'll make it so you don't have to pay any taxes on your tips.
Also, not for nothing, my friend brought up this point, which is super valid because I've thought about this when, if you're trying to get a house, or sometimes if you're trying to even rent a place, they want a paper trail of what you make.
Yep.
And if you show them your bank account, or if you show them your paycheck, and it's only what you've made in your wages and not
That's
your
tough.
tips, and you can't prove that you've got a whole bunch more money, it might be harder to get your hands on said house.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I can make sense of that. That totally makes sense. If you want to be able to prove that you have the income coming in, but you also would probably rather not pay the taxes on it. That might make this better too, because then all the income is coming in a legit way, but you don't have to pay taxes on it. I don't know if this would ever get done, but we're going to see what everybody thinks. When we come back, the grossest thing a restaurant could ever do, and people want this to come back. I can't believe some of you absolute animals out there. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on the Jim Colbert Show, Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell keeps us up to date on what's happening in there in Central Florida, plus our weekly pet segment with Animal House. The winner of JCS Trivia will get tickets to see comedian Russell Peters at Hard Rock Live, or a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, obviously we've got a lot of rain out there. Our pattern continuing through the end of this work week with a 70 to 80% chance for it. Expect periodic downpours, occasional lightning. Some of the storms could be on the stronger side today. And we could see anywhere from 1 to as many as 5 or 6 inches of rain. There's a chance for some flash flooding in some communities. Our high today, 87 degrees. Finally, by Father's Day weekend, the rain backs off. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Let's make Father's Day something this year with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. It whips up over 60 premium cocktails on demand, each ready at the push of a button. And right now, you get $50 off when you buy 1 pack of Dad's favorite cocktail capsules. Make Dad's Father's Day by making cocktails with all natural juices and bitters without making any mess at all. Visit BARTESIAN.com/father to get $50 off the best premium cocktail maker for Dad. Bartesian. Premium cocktails on demand.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest, while you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling adventure stories on Audible.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I look back with such amazing thankfulness and gratitude for what we've been given. Not only my child was I given back, we were given everything so that she could be here. St. Jude will not stop. There's nothing that will get in the way of continual effort and the best treatment possible for children like Bridget.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by texting SHIRT to 785-833.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the...
One, you are out of your mind. Why? Number two, you are part of the problem. No, you are out of your mind, and you are part of the problem.
Problem for who? You?
Yeah, for society. For society as a whole. I know that's a lot of weight to put on you, but during the break, folks, let me just bring you up to speed here. C-Lane's, hit me up, and he's saying, like, he had a AC guy come out, fix his AC, and got him nice and comfortable. The fine folks from Mills Air came out there, and he goes,
yes.
And he's like, make sure after everything's done, I give the AC guy a good tip, and then he's on his way. And I'm like, you tip the AC guy? And C-Lane's like, you don't tip the AC guy? And I said, no. For me, an HVAC guy, those guys do good. They make good money out there. They do very well. They're very skilled people, and they're working in sometimes tough conditions, but They get paid to come out to do the service at your house. That doesn't seem like a person that you would tip. And Sea Light is very, very opposed.
I've had the HVAC guy come out on like a Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like called like the emergency hotline, or
that's his job. He's the emergency guy. I didn't even get many tips when I was a water delivery guy, and that was like, I'm not making a bunch of money out here. I'll take some tips. I get some. Some people do it. Some people be nice, but that doesn't seem like one I would send. Sometimes I look at the person and I go, "What's your job?" You know who I tip? If somebody comes in my house and like delivers some furniture or something, I'll tip that person.
Sure.
Couple bucks or whatever. $5, $10. I'll offer them a water. Technically, Courtney will be doing these things, but it'll be done via the household. And I just would never like there's a lot of jobs where I go, a tip doesn't seem to be needed in this equation. When I fly, should I tip the pilot on the way out? I'm walking down the aisle. Thanks, pilot. Here's a tenner for you. That seems weird. Why AC guy but not pilot?
I don't know. The pilot didn't emergency fly me somewhere.
So only when it's an emergency does this come into play?
The pilot didn't stop my unit from flooding.
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate that, but I thought like that's part of the gig. That's what they got going. Don't tip HVAC guys, says Charlizzle. Those ballers are making $40 an hour. Well, not when they go to C-Lane's house. That pops up a little bit. Yeah, they're doing real well. They're getting a little extra cash over there. All right, we want to get into your dispatches on the tips and the taxing and all that. But first, I wanted to talk about a push for something to come back at a famous restaurant. And I don't think this should ever come back. I don't know where C-Lane's going to land on this, but I think a lot of people liked this. It was, killed off by the pandemic.
All right.
And I say it should stay dead. And it started with a TikTok, I think, that went viral. It was a server from this particular establishment, and it's Texas Roadhouse. And everybody was saying, why can't we do the peanuts on the floor thing anymore? That was the best thing about Texas Roadhouse. You eat the peanuts and you just throw them right on the floor. Why did they take that away from us? The damn pandemic ruined everything. And I remember as a kid, even as a kid, the one time a month maybe when we got to go out to eat, we would get to go to Applebee's, Chili's, or Texas Roadhouse sometimes.
Right.
My dad would take us to. And when we would go to Texas Roadhouse, I would think it was the grossest thing in the world that everybody threw their peanut shells and whatever all over the floor. It seemed like that's what you would do in some filthy squalor type place. And I can't believe that anybody would be like, I'm pining for the days when you used to be able to throw peanut shells on the ground.
Do you throw your peanut shells? I mean, this is hypothetical, Shawn, because I don't know the last baseball game you've attended.
How dare you?
But would you throw your peanut shells on the floor at a baseball game?
I feel like I'd have a thing. Like I'd get some little receptacle or something that I'd put the peanut shells in after I ate them. Do you just throw them on the ground at a baseball game?
I mean, I don't think they give you receptacles for that. If they didn't want you to do that, if they actively didn't want you to do that, I think they should be giving you an extra bag. Mm-hmm. It's also been a long time since I've been to a baseball game, so I don't know.
But when you went to the baseball game, did you throw the peanuts on the ground when you were eating them that way?
I probably dropped them on the ground in front of me, yes.
Did you tip the worker at the stadium that goes by and sweeps up all the peanuts?
No.
But you tipped your AC guy.
That happened. Oh, my gosh. Is this going to be is the whole theme of today's show be like, C-Lane tips his AC guy?
It can be. I don't think we need it to be, but it certainly can be. I always thought that was weird. It seems gross to me. Like I would get slapped if I threw something on the floor at my house. Can you imagine?
I don't even know that I was really allowed to take advantage of the peanut shells on the ground at Texas Roadhouse. Like I feel like my mom still didn't want me to do it, or if I did it, I had to drop them on the ground beneath the table. I couldn't just be chucking them in the aisle somewhere.
My dad would just straight up throw them, just eat, and then he would go get in all the peanuts you can, Shawn. Like we were getting one over.
Here's my thing. First of all, looking back, I think it's kind of a hazard to have those salty shells. They seem like a slipping hazard.
Yeah, it could
I don't know how often the person with the broom came by and cleaned those up. But COVID killed that? I mean, I see why COVID killed the buffet, any of the do-it-yourself kind of things where multiple people would touch surfaces. Why would COVID kill a throwing peanut shells on the ground?
Wait, hold on. I just kind of assumed that was part of the COVID thing. Did that maybe go out and not become a thing at Texas Roadhouse before the pandemic? I just haven't been there in a very, very long time. If you're more of a connoisseur of Texas Roadhouse, let us know some more about this, when they stop doing that, et cetera, et cetera. Seems like it would be bad for roaches and bugs and all the things you don't want inside these places. Let's go over to you. Here is Mo Manji, the realtor. He's talking about tips.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well.
You too.
Yes, C-Lane's right. In regards to real estate, and if you're trying to look for a house, I usually tell my clients to go ahead and take those tips and claim them so that your income is higher or it's where it's supposed to be so you can afford what you need. But sometimes they don't listen to you, you know. And sometimes they're making enough on their other paycheck and they don't need the cash tips to be on there. But either way, it depends on the person and how much they're making. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Mo Manji.
When I got my place downtown, and it was a rental place, and I had a paycheck from iHeartMedia that was not very large because just because. And I still played gigs.
You're trying to find the reason as to why the paycheck wasn't big?
I was going to say it was before the show, but it wasn't before the show. It was just before they really started paying me good for the show.
Yeah.
Or before they started sort of paying me good for the show.
Right, one step at a time.
But at that time, I was still making a lot of money 1099 work, which I didn't have a paycheck for to give them, but it would reflect on my bank account. So I needed to give them bank statements to show that the money was coming in and not just hey, trust me.
Yeah,
it's cool. I got it.
I forget about some of this stuff because I just don't I'm not in the world of
because his paycheck's been so large.
No, it's
for
not
so
that.
long.
Not that at all. In fact, I got a new couch recently, and I was like, "You got financing thing? I'll just do the financing, and then if I want to just pay it off, I'll pay it off at some point." But I hadn't done this in a while.
That's bad for your credit, right? I think
to pay off things. I don't know. I don't like the monthly payments.
Neither do I, dude. I'm on your side. I think it's stupid, but the whole thing is if you have the money, you should pay for something very slowly to show everybody that you are an adult.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing that with the house and the car. Some of this other stuff, I feel like it's like death by 1,000 cuts. But when I'm on the phone with the lady and she goes, "Okay, yeah, we'll set that up," and then she's like, "How much money do you make a month?" And I'm like, "I don't know." How much money I make a month? How much? I don't know. I just the money goes into the bank.
Have to have a word with your couch lady.
And I was like, "This is an awkward conversation, lady. Do you need to know all this about me?" But you do. I mean, those kind of things could be important, actually. And Mo Manji makes a good point here. Here's the saltpeter.
Somebody said real quickly, the Texas Roadhouse has peanut shells from ceiling to floor, and I can't get any on the airplane.
Oh, true. That place is a danger for peanut allergy people. That place is like kryptonite central for them.
I mean, between peanut allergies and the fact that it makes it just a slippery nightmare, I would think that it's this huge liability, and the lawyers finally did away with it.
You might be right about that. That's actually a pretty good theory, that could have been the thing that came up where they said, number one, this is gross. Why are we doing this as a little gimmick? Number two, this is a nightmare in terms of lawsuits. If somebody comes in here and they have a really bad peanut allergy, that could be it. The saltpeter.
I am definitely over tipping. I don't know about you.
Over tipping or over tipping?
Employees on my payroll. I don't have a single one, to come to think of it. Now I have to walk into businesses and be like, okay, which one of these employees is mine? Which one's salary am I going to just arbitrarily pay for today? It's a little ridiculous. If you have a business, your business plan should have salaries, and that's that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of businesses that don't operate that way, and it works better, I think. And for people who want to get a job being a server or a bartender, you could do really, really well at some places. But it's kind of based on the system that we have in place now. And they would go backwards if you said, no, let's make sure they're getting X number of dollars an hour. That would be a downswing for most of them. They make a lot more than that. I've seen servers that clear cash, a lot of it. But I always kind of look at it and I go, does this require a tip? And it seems to be an easy question to answer most of the time. If it's a server, if they're doing some actual work, I'm fine with it. If I'm at Petco and I'm checking out, I'm like, this doesn't seem like a tip thing. This seems weird. But most of the time, it's obvious.
Are you just buying pet food, or are you getting lady groomed?
Yeah, like
I tip the lady that cuts Lexi's nails.
I would tip that. That's a service provided. That's a service provided and rendered.
I think there's, and obviously I'm going to say this, and based on the conversation that we've already had today, you'll know that I don't necessarily follow this rule to the T. I've always heard that you tip somebody who does something you could do yourself.
Yeah, like delivery, et cetera, et cetera. I could say, I don't know. To me, it just seems obvious in the moment who deserves one, who doesn't.
Do you tip the person to cut your hair?
I do, but this conversation has made me realize I do it wrong, actually.
How so?
I'm for once, I'm learning something from a conversation. When I go to my haircut place,
usually I know everything.
When I'm an incredibly intelligent guy, see that? I'll tell you all about it later.
Yeah, all right.
When I go to get my haircut at the place that I go to, I forgot the name of it. It's like one of those barbershop chains, right?
Douche cuts.
It's not douche cuts. I don't go to douche cuts. Now I got to figure it out.
Cuts.
It's like a mega chain.
Hey, welcome to douche cuts.
Because Courtney used to make fun of me because I used to go to the haircuttery by the mall at Millennium. And she'd go, why do you go to this haircut place over here? And I go, I don't, Allegiance. And she goes, Allegiance, you have the same person cut your hair every time? And I go, no. And she goes, you have allegiance to the location? This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I said, oh, you're right about this. I go to Floyd.
That's how I feel about my wife's nail place.
Yeah?
She doesn't have allegiance. She doesn't have a person. It's whoever shows up and does a crappy job.
Whatever random. It's Floyd's where I go.
Yeah.
But on the wall at Floyd's, it says cash tips preferred. And I was always like, oh, okay, all right. And then now I'm realizing this is a big deal. Like I should make it a point to get $20 and carry it with me for occasions like this and tip the person cash so they get the money faster. Seems fair at the very least. One more. Here is I'm a PC talking about strippers.
So I know you guys were talking about servers and tips. Strippers, is that cash counted as tips? Does that fall under this? Do they pay no taxes on that? Do strippers get paid hourly?
I don't know. I thought they had to like rent out a place. Sabrina is joining us on the show.
Did someone say strippers?
This is like your Beetlejuice.
Hello?
Does anybody know that? I thought you had to like rent out your spot.
I think it depends on the place. But if you, from what I understand, you have to give some of your earnings back to the club.
Right. They make money off. It's kind of like at a high-end hair salon. The stylist, as far as I know, and you can correct me on this, they rent the area, they rent the seat, they rent that spot out, and that's how the salon gets paid, that and selling products and stuff. That's just, as far as I know, that's how it seems to work.
Strippers, listen to the show. Please hit us up.
Please do. Yeah, I'd love to hear a dispatch from a stripper and
Tell us where you work.
How your finances work. We'll keep you completely anonymous because I know you might not want to have this on the record.
Give us your stage name. That'd be fun.
Yeah, why not? Okay, so join us on the show today.
Here's a dispatch from
Candy. Hey, Candy to the main dispatch.
Well, look, there's 100% chance
That's a Modern Family theme?
Kind of. There's a 100% chance we have a stripper listening right now. 100% chance we have a stripper listening right now. The question is, will they share their story with us, or are they going to be like a little zipped up?
I don't know.
Sorry, Daddy.
This is one of those points where, like, the strippers could still be asleep right now unless they have kids.
Yeah. Not untrue. All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. Send us what we call a dispatch. You don't have to wait on the phones or anything like that. If you want to be anonymous, put that into the description. Otherwise, I'm going to say what your name is before the dispatch. And emails to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Always tell me if you want to be anonymous there as well. When we come back, we'll talk about why there are Russian warships off the coast of Florida right now.
Uh-oh.
Should we be freaking out and heading elsewhere? Maybe to your house. We're coming to your house. I'm freaking out. What's happening? Why is this going down? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. Real radio. Radio.
104.1. From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are still working on that accident off to the shoulder now on I-95 northbound between International Speedway Boulevard and LPGA Boulevard. There's an accident on Colonial Drive causing commotion westbound at Avalon Park Boulevard. On I-4 before Champions Gate, you could expect your regular delays there. And there's slowdowns on the Greenway northbound between US 192 and John Young Parkway. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
At Fence Outlet, we're proud to be Central Florida's top fencing contractor, and we're celebrating 30 years of framing your family memories. Here's to many more years with you at the center. Thanks for 30 great years. Visit us online at fenceoutlet.com.
Being a great dad doesn't require some fat wallet. I realized a simple stopwatch could make my kid's day better. I turned everything into a speed competition. Just time everything. How fast can they make their bed? How quickly can they fold 10 shirts? The weirder, the better. I once timed who could hug me the longest. They'll be excited if you're excited. Trust me.
Pull out a stopwatch or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Orlando Magic Pod Squad is the Orlando Magic's flagship podcast, featuring interviews with Magic players, coaches, executives, and legends. Join me, Dante Marcatelli, along with the rotating cast of Magic personalities every Thursday during the season as we conduct deep dive interviews with Magic A-listers. This podcast is a must-listen for any Orlando Magic fan. Join the squad with the Orlando Magic Pod Squad on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Glad to finally have you over. What do you think?
You could install a bay window to let in more natural light over there.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just that I saved hundreds on my Navy Federal Credit Union home equity loan. Now I see potential home improvement projects everywhere.
Learn more about how our home equity loans with no closing costs can help you get more from your home base at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. Membership required. Loan subject to change.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you and your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit MillsAir.com.
Make summer awesome with no payments till 2025. When you buy a Nissan today, click OrlandoNissan.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Here, okay? I want full honesty from you, Sabrina, and wherever Sealand is. I think he's in the booth, but there he is, right here. All right, I want full honesty from both of you on this. We'll get to why the Russian warships are off the coast of Florida in just a moment here.
Yeah,
but I was thinking this during the break. Have you guys ever, whether you did it overtly or you just did it internally, you didn't say anything out loud, have you ever algorithm shamed anybody?
Ooh.
And does that make sense just in the phrasing what that means?
It does make sense, though I have never algorithm shamed anybody. I've found myself like looking in the mirror and being like, why do you have so many bird videos coming up?
Well, that's the least of anybody's worries. But have you ever had a friend, C-Lane, come up to you and be like, man, have you seen all these? Like, it would be like if somebody came up to you and said, man, there's so many roller skating twink videos on TikTok right now. And you'd be like, huh?
I said that was between you and me.
and you just go, wait, hold on.
They're really good at roller skating, though. I mean, come on.
You said this has to be this person's algorithm. Like, that means to me that they are interacting with this type of content, and so they're serving more of it up to them.
TikTok is so different from Instagram, though, in the sense of, like, with TikTok, it eventually shows, or it spends like a week or two of sending you more of content that's geared towards your quote-unquote algorithm. Right. When it comes to Instagram, if you click the search button, like the actual like magnifying glass on your homepage, and you have that explore page, that is very telling of a person.
You think so? Because mine is way off. Mine is way off. Yes. I barely ever use Instagram. I got no problem with showing it. I mean, I can't like really get it up on the screen or anything, but mine is always
if it's a bunch of
Metallica.
Excuse me?
I don't know why. I can't tell you why mine is always Metallica.
Oh, for sure it's going to be big boobs.
No, there's not many boobs on here at all, actually, that I'm looking at. Here's an example. John Tesh showing how he put together that one theme song.
Basketball.
Shoot it. All viral stuff. Viral thing after viral thing after viral thing. And Metallica. I don't know where the Metallica comes in. But when somebody comes up to you and they're like, man, have you been seeing all of these beheading videos that are just everywhere on social media? You tend to take a second.
That was you. You were the one that said that.
Very true.
There's different things here.
That was a bit of a stutter.
You could sometimes be on Twitter, and you'll notice you're on the For You tab, and that thing tries to mainline some wild stuff into your system. I had said to you guys before, have you seen all these, like, there's so many racial fighting videos. And a lot of you will know what I'm talking about when I say this. Like, you're scrolling through your feed, and it's a whole bunch of black people beating up on a white guy, or some black guy fights back against this big crowd of white people. The For You page on Twitter/X is always full of that stuff. And whenever I see it, I'm like, what the hell? And I'll go back to my thing. They keep pushing me over on that. But I 1,000% think that people are now engaging in a lot of algorithm shaming. And when you say, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this popping up? They will start judging you. They'll be like, I don't see that at all.
I'm only, like, that thing is, like, I don't talk to other people about what they see on social media that often. So the only person I could really algorithm shame is my wife.
Yeah? What's going on with this one, Sabrina?
I don't know. I take back what I said.
What are you looking at?
I wouldn't show it, please.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, even though you might algorithm shame, it's like, where did this come from?
Where does it go?
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's a very, very insane thing, and people will take to doing that. Let's talk about something very, very different, and that is Russian warships, because
all right,
apparently they're off the coast of the state of Florida. They said Russian warships, they being the Associated Press, conducted drills in the Atlantic, according to the military.
You get permission for that?
Heading to visit Cuba. They're just projecting some power, and they're buddies with the Cubans. They're not buddies with us because we're funding the Ukraine
Cuba.
war right
Did
now.
Did you see your FYP this morning?
And it's crazy to me. Nobody's talking about this, but the death toll between the Ukrainian people and the Russian people, it's like a meat grinder, man. There's so many people that are dying.
Is there anyone left?
At some point, there probably won't be. And they're running through machinery and tanks, and they're using stuff from like World War II, allegedly.
You think our guy's still there?
Yeah, Ricky? Yeah, Ricky.
Slaying P right now.
I don't know. I don't know if he's still out there. Ricky, if you're out there, let us know. Let us know what's happening in the world.
Way too big for us.
He got a little excited about things. The Russian Defense Ministry said Admiral Gorshkarov sent a frigate and a nuclear-powered submarine, and they're simulating a missile strike on a group of enemy ships all off the coast of Florida. These Russians getting a little too close for comfort, you Russians. I don't trust you anywhere out there. I don't trust any of these folks. And I think we need to make sure we maintain our territorial sovereignty in the United States of America. They make one wrong move, push the red button. Blow them up, smithereens, and teach them a lesson. That's what we need to do. More people need lessons out there. But right now, tense moments as there's a warship off the coast, I guess.
Those soldiers, when they fill their canteens, do you think they use the spigot on the frigate? So much fun to say.
Stick it.
All right, moving on.
Do you think that
supposed to blow straight into your microphone like that?
Yeah.
I want to emphasize my feelings.
Well, it gets very dusty out there, so obviously you got they probably get a lot of boogers. Do you think they pick it?
Let me see. Picket, frigate. Yeah. No, let's leave that. Let's leave that behind us.
I don't know. The wheels are turning for me.
Let's ditch that. The last story I want to work in before we talk to you with your dispatches. In the city of Pittsburgh, it's hot there. Just like everywhere else, just like where you are right now. It's fairly hot in the United States of America, or even if you're somewhere around the equator on planet Earth. It's pretty hot out there. So we find creative ways. Cities will do different things to try to keep people warm. If you go to an event, there might be like a mister that they set up that people can walk through. There's fans everywhere. And one key thing, very, very big for especially like people who don't have other resources, is public water fountains. During times where it's very hot outside, it's super important that everybody, even the hobos, stay hydrated. And the public water fountains...
I ain't walking through no mister, that's gay. Give me a missus.
The public water fountains are super useful for this. Now, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, they have hundreds and hundreds of these public water fountains, but they're not on. And the reason why is kind of stunning. And it shows you just how bad government is. In the city of Pittsburgh, there is only one employee who knows how to turn on the water fountain.
Yes! Yes, of course there is.
What do you mean?
There is only one guy who's the plumber for the city of Pittsburgh who knows how to turn on the water fountains.
It's like that high school with the lights that never shut off.
Yeah, they had a software system that was proprietary, and they couldn't shut the lights off at their place because the guy ditched them. This is a water fountain. It can't be that difficult. It's got to be like just turning a thing or something. There's only one guy, and he's going, I'm doing the best I can over here. There's hundreds and hundreds of water fountains for me to turn on. And they said they need to get this done. These usually done in April or May. Here we are in June. People are flying out there. The Gady administration has hired more than 100 new workers in the Department of Public Works, but they still can't get the water fountains on.
Talk about job security.
Yeah, what a sweet gig. I have only one plumber working for the city, they said. This is Public Works Director Chris Hornstein in Pittsburgh. We have hundreds of drinking fountains. Only a plumber can turn the fountains on, and the city only has one. That plumber is responsible for filling pools and turning on the spray parks.
What do you mean only a plumber can turn the fountains on? You got to be able to turn a water fountain on.
I think you're right, but they're saying only a plumber can do this.
All right. When I was little, and even now, I think, I always
pee-pee your pants.
No, I stopped doing that like yesterday.
Okay. Mostly.
I always never knew how the pool operated at my house. Mm-hmm. My dad tried to tell me 1,000 times, you just follow the pipes and the water and the pipes. I'm like, label something, man. Because, you've seen a pool pump.
Yeah.
And there's so many different valves and levers and stuff that you can pick on which way the water goes. I'm like, all I want to do is turn on the hot tub, man.
I only half understand it myself. I like use the app most of the time. It's a whole thing.
But I would think I could.
That's more complicated than a water fountain, right?
I could turn off my toilet if I wanted to, and if after I did that, once everything was hunky dory, I could turn it back on. That's not very hard. It's a water fountain. Like, I don't get what is so proprietary about the idea of a water fountain that somebody can't figure out. Read a manual.
Yeah, it can't be that difficult. And meanwhile, there's people out there who can't get access to public water fountains because they haven't turned them on.
I don't remember what my friend's dad did for a living. We were like just out of high school. We went and visited him, and he was talking about something with his job, and he ended up having to fix some water fountain, and he found the manual, or he figured out how to get the water to go with more pressure.
Yeah,
and he
that's
was
what you want.
He was
so just shot in the back of your throat.
He was so proud of himself that he read the manual, and all it's just a little quarter turn with the Allen wrench. I did the quarter turn with the Allen wrench. And me and my friend were just ripping him for being so excited about that. But I was like, this guy had a problem, and he read a book. And he probably, nowadays you probably could Google that.
It's probably so easy. Mr. D Vance on Twitch says, that sounds like a union thing. Surely you could teach some rando to turn on a water fountain. I always love problems like this because I could solve this problem like that. 5 seconds. I would say, hello, Pittsburgh. I am your mayor. Oh. If you see a water fountain today, go out and twist this valve to the right. Make sure it's twisted fully to the right and make sure the water fountain is on. If everybody does that today, we'll be fixed. It'll be done in a couple hours. Because people just see a water fountain, they go, is that one working? All right, that one's working. Water fountain day commences now. Fixed, done, operation over. But meanwhile, they'll go, no, we need to budget we need to have a plumber's specialty. That seems dumb to me. What about you? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Here's Easy E talking about strippers. We're going to do some stripper talk today, I guess. Let's see.
Hey, junkies. This is Yvette.
Yvette.
My stage name. Used to strip, don't currently. Sabrina is right. The house does get a portion of the earnings. However, when it comes to claiming those tips, I'm not sure. I didn't do it very long. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
All right, so she's confirming that. I told you. I knew. We got multiple. We got active strippers out there, too, I think. Here's the conservative convict talking about the AC guy.
Shawn, you are an absolute monster not tipping your AC guy. I'm sitting in a 107-degree attic right now. We get no health insurance, and I've never met anyone who got paid $40 an hour. Tip your AC guy.
AC guys, chime in on this.
I was not familiar with that rule.
Yeah, tipping the AC guy is foreign to me. And by the way, if I had somebody going up,
I'm the weirdo that tips my AC guy.
Well, even you didn't have somebody going up in the hot air vents in your attic in your house.
Yeah, I did.
They were going in the attic of your house?
Yeah, when they installed the unit. Hell yeah, they did.
No, I'm talking about this time when they fixed it and you tipped them for their work.
I wasn't there, but yeah.
if the dude's in the attic and he's like dying and sweating, of course I'll be like, hey, is there anything else I can get you? Can I get you a water? Maybe I'll throw you a 20 or something. But if they're
the
doing
guys that installed my unit, they all got fresh made breakfast burritos.
Dang.
Yeah, they got breakfast.
I want to go work at your place. I'll do that instead of this. I'll go be an HVAC place. Yeah, I want a breakfast burrito in the morning. I want a $20 tip. I want all of these things. And I think I deserve as much. I hope I deserve as much. We'll see if I deserve as much.
Check your Venmo. Just sent you a $20 tip.
No way. I'm not seeing anything on my side. Yeah. Here's Afflicted with the dispatch.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey.
I mean, I could be a stripper. I'm not licensed or insured or anything, but
that's
you know, you get what you pay for.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you need a license. You do need a license for hair cutting. That's always strange to me, but
Not
you
for
do
cutting
need that.
a pole.
Not for that, no. Here's Banana Potato.
It's crazy you guys are talking about this right now because yesterday I went to East End Market over in Winter Park.
Been there.
And I like to order from Winter Park Biscuit Company.
Oh, it's
they
good.
have a touchscreen menu that you walk up to yourself. Nobody greets you. There's no person there.
Lovely people.
You select your items. You pay. And you either choose the option to get your receipt emailed to you, texted, whatever. And then you just kind of wait around until your order's ready. Well, there's a tip option, and I've always tipped, and it's always like $9 tip added. That's like the 15% or whatever. And I remember you guys talking about tipping a couple days ago or last week, and I was like, you know what? No, there's no person that greeted me. There's nobody that took my order. And even if they did, it's a service counter.
Friends of the show.
It's not a sit-down restaurant. So I chose the no tip option. And then I started to get paranoid and I felt awful. And then I was like, what if they mess with my food? What if they're mad at me? Like they all know I didn't tip. And then it started giving me anxiety. And I wanted to share that with you guys today. And I was like, I wonder if it's going to be too off topic. And then you guys started talking about tipping.
Well, you learned a lesson there. That place comes out and gets your trash. And if you sit down at a table, they bring your food to you. So I think that's tip worthy. I think they're doing a service. They're doing something there. So I'm good with it.
Also, they make, really great vegan and vegetarian food.
Oh, the breakfast biscuits. Oh, my God. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. And if you're in Pittsburgh and you see a water fountain, just try to turn it on. Yeah, see if you can help people out. Okay, we got to talk about
if you're in Philadelphia and you see a water fountain, turn it off.
They have too many. We got to shut it down a little bit. Well, we got to talk about this. Did you pull the story about this Alexander Morris guy for the next episode or no?
Does he go by another name?
He's
in a character of some
he's
sort?
in a very famous band, music artists.
Yes, I did. But you can go ahead. Hit it.
Okay.
Hit it, bro.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk about this because it's one of the craziest things I've heard in a while.
Yeah,
and,
that's great.
We actually, we'll just work it in now. Let's just talk about it. There's a guy named Alexander Morris. You probably don't know him, but I'm pretty sure you know the group, the Four Tops, right?
Yeah.
Motown, old school Detroit group. What are their songs? Reach Out.
Guys.
Now, Reach Out, I'll Be There. That one. It's a big song by the Four Tops. They've had a lot of hits over the years. So this guy, he's a member of the U.S. soul group, the Four Tops. He's now suing a hospital. He says doctors halted his treatment and ordered a psychological evaluation on him. And they said he went to this Ascension Macomb Oakland Hospital in Detroit. He said, I'm having difficulty breathing and I have very bad chest pain right now.
Oh, yeah.
And
Four Tops got some good songs.
They have a lot of hits.
Sugar Pie Honey Bunch.
Oh, yeah. That's huge.
Ain't No Woman Like the One I've Got.
That's a big song.
Same old song. Baby, I Need Your Lovin'. Well, listen to Four Tops tonight.
Well, he said, help me out. I'm not feeling well. I really need some assistance here. And they said, just so you know, I want to be discreet here. And they said, why? And he said, my name is Alexander Morris, and I'm a member of the Four Tops.
Whoa.
And they said, get the nurse. This man is having a psychological breakdown.
No, they did not.
They thought
they didn't believe him.
The guy was crazy.
He was dead?
Yeah, they put him in a straitjacket. They put the guy in a straitjacket.
That is sue-worthy.
They took him off oxygen that he was on. They put him in a straitjacket, and they're starting to question him. And his wife was like, no, what are you guys doing? He's in the Four Tops. He's legitimately.
Did you mention they removed his oxygen?
Yeah, they pulled the oxygen off him as they were doing.
That almost cost him his damn life.
They went from this is all according to him and his lawsuit, right? This is his side of the story. But he says he went in there. They didn't believe him, and they went from treating him for his heart problems and his breathing problems to, oh, you think you're in the Four Tops? You must be crazy. And now we got to put you in a straitjacket. We've got
really sad.
That's
couldn't
so
just
strange.
Google it real quick before putting him in a straitjacket?
Really, just Google Four Tops and look at the guy's face. You'd see what was happening there. They said they wrongly assumed he was mentally ill when he revealed his identity as a celebrity figure. He informed a nurse and a hospital guard he was in the pop group, and he said he had security concerns due to stalkers and fans, which, it seems a little weird that the Four Tops might have stalkers, crazy fans, but they're a huge group. I'm sure there's some out there. There's some old those stalkers who are wandering around the hospital trying to see what's happening, why he's been admitted.
I hear the Four Tops were in there.
That's a different looking stalker. Real old school Monopoly man.
I've had 3 of the Tops. He's the last one.
Triple dog dare someone go to the same hospital and claim that they are from the Four Tops.
I too am from the Four Tops.
I was ousted, but I would have been the 5th top.
And
now I'm a bottom.
It's so insane that they would have reacted that way. They are, I'm sure, disputing this, but we'll see exactly where this goes. It's a pretty funny story regardless, as long as you're not the dude who had some heart problems and some breathing problems. Just wanted some help. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, a California teacher gets in big trouble. But there's one thing that's going to come to a big surprise to many of you. Going to come as a big surprise to many of you, I should say. And that is the thing that this teacher did that is admittedly wrong, admittedly bad, and they admittedly did it, is definitely not illegal. So they didn't get in trouble. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
Monsters in the morning.
You got to get it that caper, and the caper's basically like a telephone pole, right? And you got to get that thing straight up. If you get it straight up and get your fingers under it, I know I can lift it, but I just can't get it
wrong with you describing this right.
The Monsters in the morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
2 left lanes are blocked on Semerin Boulevard due to an accident eastbound at Palm Springs Drive. Authorities are still working on that accident on I-95 northbound between International Speedway Boulevard and LPGA Boulevard. Watch out for an earlier accident still causing a bit of commotion on Colonial Drive westbound at Avalon Park Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will. When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
2 nights on one stage.
Capital One cardholders can score their tickets first, starting today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Only available while pre-sale tickets last, or until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Add a Capital One Access Pass to your pre-sale purchase to attend an exclusive pre-concert event with a performance from New Kids on the Block. Only available during the cardholder pre-sale.
Pre-sale tickets are limited and will go fast. So visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One to buy.
Last season, millions tuned into the Betrayal podcast to hear a shocking story of deception. I'm Andrea Gunning, and now we're sharing an all-new story of betrayal. Justin Rutherford. Doctor, father, family man. It was the perfect cover to hide behind.
I was just like, what in the world is going on?
Listen to Betrayal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Betrayal and start listening.
Orlando Magic Pod Squad is the Orlando Magic's flagship podcast, featuring interviews with Magic players, coaches, executives, and legends. Join me, Dante Marcatelli, along with the rotating cast of Magic personalities every Thursday during the season as we conduct deep dive interviews with Magic A-listers. This podcast is a must-listen for any Orlando Magic fan. Join the squad with the Orlando Magic Pod Squad on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's a Father's Day dad joke. The way a pawn moves in chess is pretty straightforward. You know what's not a dad joke? Getting $50 off the Bartesian Premium Countertop Cocktail Maker with the purchase of 1 pack of Dad's favorite cocktail capsules. Visit BARTESIAN.com/father to get the best premium cocktail maker for Dad at the best price for you. Bartesian, premium cocktails on demand.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
At Fence Outlet, we're proud to be Central Florida's top fencing contractor, and we're celebrating 30 years of framing your family memories. Here's to many more years with you at the center. Thanks for 30 great years. Visit us online at fenceoutlet.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
Orlando Magic Pod Squad is the Orlando Magic's flagship podcast, featuring interviews with Magic players, coaches, executives, and legends. Join me, Dante Marcatelli, along with the rotating cast of Magic personalities every Thursday during the season as we conduct deep dive interviews with Magic A-listers. This podcast is a must-listen for any Orlando Magic fan. Join the squad with the Orlando Magic Pod Squad on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
While some streaming companies keep raising their prices, the iHeartRadio app is still free. And free never sounded so good. Thousands of radio stations from all over the country playing your favorite music, 500,000 podcasts, thousands of playlists for every mood, over 100 commercial-free music channels, and over 100 million songs to fill your favorite playlist. Download the always free iHeartRadio app and start listening now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Until
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Well, I guess Star Wars fans are at an actual war with each other. Big mad over the new series that they have out. I know nothing about it.
Acolyte?
Acolyte is the name. That's all I know about it. That's all I know.
I think it is like a very early Star Wars story, like way before,
like a prequel thing,
before the Skywalker saga, way before Episode 1.
I saw people were mad early on. They were like, "There's a scene where there's a fire in space. How dumb are the people who made this?" And then
fire in space. That's the part that makes them mad. I mean, the whole universe is not necessarily up to par with science.
I think there's one big thing, and I'm sorry, I'm not following enough. Eddie on YouTube
even after
says,
being the driver at the Star Wars ride, Shawn.
I know, I love that. It almost made me want to go into the Star Wars world because I had so much fun on that ride, but I'm not going. And after seeing this, I'm definitely not going because you guys are arguing about weird things. Eddie on YouTube says, Acolyte is way too woke. It's getting stupid, and I'm angry. I told you, people are big mad about this. I don't know what's going on here because I'm watching from a distance, but it's funny to see when stuff like this comes out. Sometimes there's a product that comes out to me that is just pretty inarguably bad, and then people, because of larger political views, will feel like they need to be either in the camp that says, yes, but this is good. Yes, but we support this. No, actually, this is fantastic, right? And then people on the opposite side of that, no matter what, they'll say it's garbage, right? So, like, these people just feel like they have these staked-in positions, and then there's normal people in the middle that just judge things whether they're good or not. And sometimes there'll be something that comes out, and you're supposed to like it. It's like, whoa! Like when Black Panther came out, and I'm like, I don't think Black Panther is a good movie. I don't really like this movie.
You see, I
watched it. The beginning where they're in Wakanda, like the Wakanda scenes, I was like, this is pretty cool. And then when they go to the city and they're zipping around and all that stuff, the movie loses me. It's stupid. I don't think it's a good movie. I don't think it was well written. But afterwards, if you were to come out and go, what, this guy doesn't like Black Panther, you were forced to like that movie. They twist your arm and make you like that movie.
Okay, but the people that did like it, there's reason for it. I mean, for you to not like it, do you think that everyone that does just had their arm twisted?
Not that one. Not that movie. Not Black Panther. Some movies in some television shows, I think, yes. Like, I think people are driven by the politics of it, and they feel like they need to say that they like something. That doesn't work for me. I'm either going to like something or not like something, and I'm not going to like it because whatever political thing is happening behind the scenes. And Acolyte is in the Star Wars world, which I would feel would be like kind of free and clear of politics. I didn't know that they had like Republicans, Democrats in that space.
It's more the Republic versus the rebels.
The rebels, yeah. And do they line up with any political parties? Are they shouting about abortion or anything over there?
No.
Somebody sent me a scene from this, and they were like, this is just too much, and they added me on it. And I watched it, and I have to tell you, it was a very bad scene from Acolyte. It was allegedly from from the new season, episode 3.
It's a new show, so this is brand new to everybody.
Season 1, episode 3. It was allegedly a scene from that, and the acting and the singing and stuff was so bad. It was really bad. Forbes said the critics must be crazy. The Acolyte is just another mediocre Star Wars show. The Acolyte is deeply bland, relentlessly mediocre that pairs some cool fight scenes with wooden dialogue. The problem is, if you now have a critique against this, they'll be like, you don't like it because women were involved in it.
But
like,
did
what if
they
it sucks?
not make an announcement like earlier this year or late last year that they were going to slow down on the Star Wars stuff?
Yeah, they might have already been making the Acolyte at the time. There's been a lot of like camps. What
are the camps? What are camps that people are fighting in?
A lot of them think that some of the live action stuff has been forced. Some of the people hated the new Obi-Wan thing. I thought it was fine. Some people really didn't like the dialogue. Some people didn't like the way they went, the direction they went in with Boba Fett for Book of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get that because literally what Disney is doing with that universe is they're like hiring different people to pick a time, or maybe they don't get to pick, but they're hiring different people to like tell a story from a different time in the Star Wars universe, like
somewhere in the
timeline, right?
Yeah.
The Acolyte is way before the original stories, the prequel and all that, and then like right now, Andor is a really big one, which like because it's gritty. I think there's some couple curse words in it that you don't hear often in the Star Wars universe.
Andor is happening too, so there's multiple things happening at once.
Yeah, Andor, hopefully Star Wars, hopefully Andor's coming out soon because that first season was really, really good, I thought. But it was like, Andor was like the first one where it's like all about this guy trying to help the rebellion, and because of the Empire is oppressive, and there's no Jedis.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Nobody's using the Force, no lightsabers. There's fighting, but there's political stuff, but it's Star Wars politics. It's not like there's nothing about Star Wars that should be like, well, the Democrats like this part of Star Wars and the Republicans like that part of Star Wars. If you're
that
looking
seems so weird to me.
If you're looking at it through that lens, I've not seen that happen. But if you're looking at it through that lens, your priorities are not aligned.
I feel like the people who are coming out against this Acolyte series, the people who are on the farther right side of the spectrum, are saying that it's not that a woman is producing this series that we have a problem with. It's that the woman producing the series is injecting a bunch of stuff into it that seems political and heavy-handed, and also overall it's just bad. And then on the far opposite other end of the spectrum, there's people who will just say that they like it and that it's the greatest thing in the Star Wars universe because they feel like they need to virtue signal that to everybody who's paying attention to go, look, I'm supporting the female-led thing. Here's where I'm at. I don't care who makes it. I don't care if somebody makes a movie or a TV show that is black or white or a woman or a man or anything else. I don't care. All I care is the thing good? That's how I live my entire life. I go, is the thing good, right? If it's a thing that you want to do, if it's a thing that you want to eat, if it's a thing that you want to watch, whatever it is the thing good? I don't care about anything else. I don't care about all the other nonsense. But people get weird about that, and it infects all worlds. And Star Wars, oh boy, it's come for you right now.
So who are they saying created this? It's created by a woman, Leslie Headland.
Yeah, Leslie Headland.
There's a lot of women on the production side. I mean, like Kathleen Kennedy has been a big name in Lucasfilm for a long time.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because this one's different for some reason. Is she the first one to like be the actual executive producer or something?
She's the creator.
The creator of this? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Star Wars mega
fans. And the showrunner. Maybe that's,
And by the way, I want to hear Star Wars mega fans on both sides of this. So if you have either perspective, try to win me over. Let's see what you got.
When we first mentioned this, I said that the guy from Everything Everywhere All at Once was in this, and I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassingly, it's the guy from Squid Game. And
so you were the only racist involved in this?
Seems like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, quick break. And we want to hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Forget what the survey says. Steve Harvey says that's the stupidest thing you could have said. And I'll explain. NBC apparently stands for now budget cuts, and its latest victims are the G's, all 8 of them. Plus, love is dead, and Billy's heart is achy and breaky yet again. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And today, more downpours. There could be some flash flooding as well. High temperatures in the mid-80s. Our rain chance today at 80%. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day. That means if you have any outdoor plans, you're likely to be impacted. In fact, the rain chances remain high through the rest of this work week before finally backing off as we head into this Father's Day weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring. Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
One more rep, you got it.
10.
Nice work, you're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster TV ads with Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, right?
Yes, the key ingredient is Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles to people?
Yes, Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger and leaner with more energy. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send a text. Text BELT to 231-231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BELT to 231-231. That's BELT to 231-231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Michelob Ultra wants to give you the chance to watch the next Copa America match live in Orlando. Complete the entry from the QR code at participating outlets for your chance to win a Michelob Ultra grand prize of 2 tickets to the June 29th, 2024 Copa America game in Orlando, where Canada and Chile will compete. Michelob Ultra is a proud sponsor of CONMEBOL Copa America. Must be 21 or older to enter. Please drink responsibly.
The Spaceman, Ace Frehley, founding member of KISS, is coming to the Hard Rock Live Orlando Friday, June 21st. Space Ace is on a roll and taking his rock and roll swagger on the road. Tickets are Live Orlando.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Manage the time and costs of hiring for your business by working with Express Employment Professionals. With 40 years of experience helping more than 75,000 businesses manage their workforce each year, let Express Pros help you. Visit expresspros.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Is your timeshare suffocating you? Are you feeling powerless because you were sold a bad investment that is nothing like you were promised? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you're ready to get rid of that timeshare, I'll send you our Timeshare Exit Information Kit free, exposing the timeshare industry scams with all your options for cancellation.
Call 800-653-1188. 800-653-1188. 800-653-1188.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If you ever need to talk, he'll pretend to listen. You're listening to the News Junkie.
Beyond. And don't forget, after that, Fritz on the street. Yes, friends, it is happening right now. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
A potentially unsafe situation.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. Refinancing, buying your first dream home. Perhaps you're looking to get a HELOC. He does those. Yeah, that's right. That is what, Shawn, for 2 points?
Home equity line of credit.
Hell yeah, that's right.
Nailed it.
And he can help you with all of that, as well as all of your commercial loans. So get the process started today with an expert and friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
It was a mere 61 years ago, 1963. This movie right here.
63. Cleopatra.
That's right. You do remember this, Shawn.
I only remember it because it said Cleopatra in the song.
It starred Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Dick Burton. Premiered in New York on this day. It was one of Hollywood's most expensive productions at the time, costing $44 million.
Woo!
Which is estimated to be about how much in today's dollars?
Oh, 44 million. 44 million. What year?
This was 1963.
44 million in 63, C-Lane, I think.
Beep, boop,
is
beep, boop.
440 million now. That's my guess.
440 million, okay.
$1 billion.
Whoa, that is too high, I could tell you that.
Yeah.
Hey, Fritz, welcome to the show.
Hello. I'm going to say 800 million.
All right, Shawn, on the money, kind of. $435 million.
Yes!
In today's monies. And this is a game usually that you win money for as long as your family knows what they're doing.
Family Feud.
Come on. That's the wrong show. Come on down. His price is
That's
right.
right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Steve Harvey, and that's your family. And what's their phrase? I do not know. But under the bright lights of television, some people thrive and other people crumble and go viral. And this is just that. Steve Harvey was hosting Family Feud recently, and he asked one of his contestants to complete a simple phrase. The phrase being, women love a man in uniform, men love a woman in blank. So any number of things could be said, of course.
I know it is. I got a thought. I got a thought as to where this man is going to go.
What I will say is that Steve straight up said, that's the stupidest thing you could have ever said.
Did he say the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Damn it.
Let's see what he said.
Women love a man in uniform. Men love a woman in what?
I'm
going to get myself in trouble with my wife, but the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, he did
That's not even my sound effect. Bad answer. Bad answer.
They always say good answer.
Yeah, I got to tell you. I'm not going home. That's about the stupidest thing you could have said.
Hey.
That's funny.
Wonder if This guy said something stupid because he's single.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
That's
Billy
right.
Ray Cyrus is right, and he has filed not for a divorce, but an annulment.
All right.
Love stings.
And it's very confusing. This is from his recent wife, just 7 months, Fire Rose. She is the seal of...
She related to Gypsy Rose?
I don't think so. I believe the woman that Gypsy Rose was related to was murdered.
Okay.
Yes, by Gypsy Rose.
Also, isn't Rose her middle name?
What?
Gypsy Rose.
Yeah. They got married last October, not Gypsy Rose, but Billy Ray Cyrus and Fire Rose. He says it's because of irreconcilable differences, inappropriate marital conduct. Uh-oh. And the petition says that he's entitled to an annulment because there was some sort of fraud by the wife.
Like monetary fraud?
That he doesn't really expand upon that. The idea is that he wouldn't have married her if he knew this thing back then. So whatever the fraud is, Billy Ray is granted an annulment. It would undo things quicker than a divorce without having to split property or figure out spousal support.
Oh, her name is Fire Rose, like one word.
That is correct. Yeah.
They were only married for a couple of months.
Just 7.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll maybe find out what she did and see if he gets the annulment.
You think he's really rich off that Achy Breaky Heart song still?
I think that, and he was the manager
sold
of
it so many
Miley.
times.
He was the manager. Oh, he was Miley's manager too?
He was, so there has to be some sort of
Oh,
royalties
and he
involved.
didn't he do a song with Lil Nas X? He
Yep.
did like a version of
Yeah,
Old
that was
Town
the one I
Road.
just played. So
Yeah.
he's just raking it in, and now he doesn't have to split it with Fire Rose. Not a burn at all. This is no annulment, but it is a split of some sort. NBC is going to make some budget cuts, and unfortunately, the first one to get the hit is Seth Meyers' band.
Oh no, they're taking away his band.
What do they have now? A DJ?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, big time. So it's called the 8G Band, the signature element of Seth Meyers' program, also of any late night. I think all of them have
gonna
bands.
be kind of sad without the band.
They launched in 2014, will stop appearing on the After Hours NBC show commencing in the fall. They say the Combo's keyboardist told Vulture that the trio was informed in recent weeks that the band would cease to be a regular part of the program due to budget cuts.
And think about this. Not only is this like, hey, it's a key element of late night shows and their structures. If you look at a lot of the shows like Conan O'Brien, Max
Weinberg.
Max Weinberg was like an actual key part of his show. If you look at David Letterman, the bass guitarist in the band, I forgot his name. He was those people were like big parts of the show too.
The bass guitarist.
Oh, no, you're right. It was a different guy. I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I'm thinking of Jay Leno's dude.
But you
who
know
was
what? That's one of the
bass
first
player.
time bassists get acknowledged by accident.
But obviously, like the Roots do a lot of bits with Fallon, and they've got to have a lot of overhead.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
Didn't the SNL guy used to run the band for Seth Meyers for a little bit?
G.E. Smith?
No. The one that was like on camera. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in like that.
Couldn't tell you.
Weird show. I
don't know.
Apparently, there was this woman on TikTok. Well, the video went viral because she's been part of the SNL band since the beginning, like over 3 decades. And for some reason, like you always see her in the opening shot, but by the time it goes to the monologue, they kick her out of that shot. She's part of like the band, but no one knows her name until they did the digging. There's a little fun fact for you.
Wait, they make her move?
Something like that. I have to find the video for you.
Seems rude.
I didn't really dive into the wormhole. I was just like, that's interesting, and I scrolled.
Okay.
Also interesting, this story has to do with this kind of. Wait. Transformers is right, and it is more than meets the eye because police in Austin have arrested Optimus Prime.
What?
Yeah, for driving a stolen vehicle. However, it is not a vehicle that turns into a robot that fights crime. It is actually a 37-year-old man named Optimus Prime Blakely.
Oh, that's an interesting name. Very unique.
How much vagina do you think he's getting?
Either a lot, specifically from the female Transformers community, which is probably quite small, or none at all. One of the two.
Optimus was stopped by officers after he was seen driving a vehicle that was reported stolen. No description of the vehicle or if it was a robot in disguise. Optimus Prime Blakely was taken to the Travis County Jail and is being held on $8,000 bond at last report. So there you have it.
Can't believe they charged him with that.
Go ahead.
Optimus crime.
Unfortunately, I've run out of Optimus time. And
That's two for both of you. Both of you are going to go into the penalty box soon here. If this
5-minute timeout.
Yeah,
as long as I can have Corona and Optimus Lime.
Oh God,
I'm on fire right now, but not as much fire as There I Ruined It. I absolutely love this account, and now they have gotten the acknowledgement of 50 Cent because they have remade Into Club.
All right.
With Conway Twitty.
Nice.
I'm all ears.
This is an earworm.
You can find me in the club, a bottle full of bub. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love.
So give me a follow at Sabrina Ambra on Instagram and at Sabby CatCat on TikTok. And then we'll be updating realradio.fm/road to Rue as we start our journey and see what has happened throughout our time at the farm. Follow your dreams on me on Instagram. And most importantly, play with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, Fritz on the street, the greatest game in all of radio. The showdown is on. It's coming up next in the news, Junkie.
Displaying a level of apathy that can only be achieved through years of studying. Okay, I guess you don't want to be petted. Cats. Real Radio 104.1.
The off-ramp is partially blocked from State Road 408 eastbound to Good Homes Road due to an accident. There's an accident on Semmern Boulevard at Palm Springs Drive, blocking a couple lanes there. And authorities are working on an accident on Goldenrod Road southbound at State Road 408 on I-4 this afternoon. There's slowdowns through the city westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassy's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassy's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassysmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0 down and 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Orlando Magic Pod Squad is the Orlando Magic's flagship podcast, featuring interviews with Magic players, coaches, executives, and legends. Join me, Dante Marcatelli, along with the rotating cast of Magic personalities every Thursday during the season as we conduct deep dive interviews with Magic A-listers. This podcast is a must-listen for any Orlando Magic fan. Join the squad with the Orlando Magic Pod Squad on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Summer's here. There's no question. You can feel it outside. Time to make those memories with your friends and family. And to do that, you got to make sure you're going to be around for many, many summers to go. You can do that. Get that scan from Life Imaging FLA. Early detection does mean many more summers together, and 15 minutes could save your life and ensure that you're around for many, many summers to come. If not for yourself, do it for your loved ones. In 30% of cases of heart disease, the very first symptom is sudden death. So do what I did. Get with Life Imaging right now. Get that free heart heart scan. Guys, this is a $699 value, and the entire process only takes a few minutes. Pick up your phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the year you finally take care of your long-term health care. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Guys, it's time to make that call. Make this the year you take care of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! FrankGayServices.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Let's make Father's Day something this year with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. It whips up over 60 premium cocktails on demand, each ready at the push of a button. And right now, you get $50 off when you buy 1 pack of Dad's favorite cocktail capsules. Make Dad's Father's Day by making cocktails with all natural juices and bitters without making any mess at all. Visit BARTESIAN.com/father to get $50 off the best premium cocktail maker for Dad. Bartesian. Premium cocktails on demand.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
So thanks for being there. If you miss any of the show today, go over to thenewsjunkie.com. That's where you can subscribe to the free podcast, create an account, and join the other folks who listen to this show and submit dispatches each day. I'm going to work into the folks who are the creators, the folks who do send in those dispatches by rewarding them in many ways as the show moves forward throughout this year.
Like little kisses.
Little Kisses is just the start. It's going to get a lot more sexy than that as time goes on. Right now, though, it's time for Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio. So what do? Well, we fight for you. If we win, you win. And you get the special Fritz magnets. The new ones are on the way. So I got a backlog of winners. Yours is going to be sent out very soon. So you can get your hands on the new special Fritz magnet designed for Game of Magnets. I am choosing Slim Skady on YouTube.
That's a fun name.
That's who I'll be fighting for, Slim Skady. What about you, Sabrina?
I'm going to go with Space Coast Native.
All right. Space Coast
SCN.
Native. And what about you, C-Lane?
I'm going to pick Snacks Daily.
Snacks Daily.
Same.
Those are our choices. And now we're ready to go. The big question is, what about the big guy over there? Fritz, you ready to do this?
Yeah!
Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Shawn.
Hi, Fritz.
Hey, Fritz.
Hi, Fritz.
Howdy. Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. That number, 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO. Call him up. In first place with 153 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane. 153. In second place with 137 points, we have Mr. Shawn Wasson.
All right.
137 and 2 points removed with 135 points. In third place, Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Okay.
That's close.
It's 8 questions, 4 current event questions, 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that opportunity for a bonus point.
Were these all at Cavo's last night?
They were, yes. Fritz's Funhouse, that's my Tuesday night. Cavo's Bar and Kitchen trivia night. We had 4 teams, and then we got down to 3 teams. So they were all going to win, you know.
What was the level of intoxication?
Oh, you will see.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about that. We had 11 participants, so we had plenty stick around to do Fritz on the Street.
Thanks.
So without further ado, let's jump on.
I don't know why I like go, oh, right, 11 participants. I mean, I don't think that means anything to my game, but I always go, oh, okay, 11. There we go.
It just mixes it up. We won't hear the same person every single one.
That is correct.
Like that? All right.
Probably should have kept that one close to you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Starting off with question number 1, because, yes, question 1. On Tuesday, which American businessman was convicted on... Sabrina?
That would be Hunter Biden.
That is correct.
Damn.
On Tuesday,
Tricky.
which American businessman was convicted on all 3 federal gun charges? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Hunter Biden or Biden?
I will go with 7.
7.
8 for me.
8 for C-Lane.
I'll take 6.
And 6 for Shawn. Question number 1 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their gun charges? On Tuesday, which American businessman was convicted on all 3 federal gun charges?
That would be Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden. Count as a businessman? I would say, was it Hunter Biden?
Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden.
Come on.
Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden?
Hunter Biden.
That would be 8. So
Damn it.
C-Lane is picking up 2 points on that one. Sabrina with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. Moving on.
I got 0 points. Okay. 0 points so far. Sorry, Slim Skady, but the rest is yet to come. Here we go.
Question 2. Which artist painted The Persistence of Memory?
Sabrina.
Go ahead.
No. All right.
Dolly.
Dolly's correct. Yeah. Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Salvador Dali? You know, that was the one what had the clocks melting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I will go with 6.
6.
3.
3 for Shawn.
5.
And 5 for C-Lane. Question 2 with answers of 3, 5, and 6.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, art majors. Which artist painted The Persistence of Memory?
Sounds like a Van Gogh painting, maybe? I don't know.
I want to go with Van Gogh.
Dolly?
Salvador Dali.
Oh, Dolly.
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 Lady Gaga. I don't know.
That would be 5. C-Lane's picking up 2 points on that one. And Sabrina with a guess of 6 picking up 1 point.
We're sure? Are we absolutely sure it wasn't Lady Gaga?
Hold on, let me check. Nope, was not
Have you
Lady
guys ever
Gaga.
been to that Dolly Museum?
Yes.
I haven't. I hear it's amazing.
That guy was so prolific. Like, he must have just been making stuff all the time.
And they're
That's a
all really
huge museum.
great paintings.
And it's different
And
areas. It's like
massive.
paintings, massive paintings, or then there's a whole area with furniture that he made. He was so prolific. It was crazy.
Yeah. We're moving on now to question number 3. On Monday, 4 college professors from Iowa were stabbed in a public park in which country?
Sabrina? Turkey.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Shawn. Give me Germany.
That is incorrect.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Saudi Arabia.
That would be China.
Yeah.
Sabrina, you got question 2 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said China, an unprovoked stabbing?
2.
2.
0.
0 for C-Lane.
3.
And 3 for
Crazy
Shawn.
guy.
Question 3 with answers of 0, 2, and 3. On Monday, 4 college professors from Iowa were stabbed in a public park in which country?
China.
Pass.
What do I feel like it's Canada?
USA. France.
That one I have no clue.
Israel? I'll guess and say maybe it's a trick question. America? U.S.?
That would be 1. So, C-Lane and Sabrina with the guesses of 0 and 2, picking up 1 point each.
Yikes.
Moving on now to question 4. Question 4 is the halfway point on Fritz on the Street. After question 4, I'll tell you so far who is leading on the day. Question 4 goes like this. Who was the first female to be inducted into the rock and roll? Sabrina?
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin is correct.
Yay.
Who was the first female to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Sabby, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Aretha Franklin?
Do I get extra point? I just want to know what that drunk girl says.
Lady Gaga?
I will go with 4.
4.
2.
2 for Shawn.
I guess I gotta shoot the middle there. 3 for me.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question 4 with answers of 2, 3, and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their respect. Who was the first female to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Ooh, no.
Okay.
I goofed. That's hard. Aretha Franklin?
Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin.
Aretha Franklin.
Janis Joplin.
Aretha Franklin.
Joan Jett.
That would be 3. She said Joan Jett. C-Lane's picking up 2 points, and Sabrina and Shawn with a guess of 2 and 4, each picking up 1 point. That means after 4, with 4 remaining in first place, we have a tie. First and second place with 7 points each, C-Lane / Snacks Daily and Sabrina / Space Coast Native. In third place with 1 point, we have Shawn / Slim Skating.
1 point! Oh my God!
Ouch.
Dear listener, you only have 1 less point than me, and you're not even playing right now.
Mom's spaghetti is everywhere.
Here we go.
Moving on now to question number 5. Recently, which longtime game show host... Sabrina?
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak is correct. Recently, which longtime game show host retired after 40 years? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Pat Sajak?
8.
8.
God, I hope that's right.
6.
6 for Shawn.
8.
And 8 for C-Lane. Question 5 with answers of 6 and 8. Recently, which longtime game show host retired after 40 years?
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak. Wheel of Fortune. Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak. Sad. Pat Sajak.
Wheel of Fortune. Is that Pat Sajak?
Pat Sajak.
Alice Trebek.
7.
With confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, he rolled right on to the next question. That means Sabby and C-Lane with your guesses of 8, and Shawn with your guesses of 6, with your guess of 6, each picking up 1 point. 3 questions remaining. Moving on to question 6. We're talking food.
Yummy.
What sauce is used in traditional eggs Benedict? C-Lane.
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Hollandaise?
I am going to go with 6.
6.
7.
7 for Shawn.
I will go with 5.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question 6 with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
We're talking eggs. What sauce is used in traditional Eggs Benedict?
Come on, give me 7.
Hollandaise? Hollandaise.
Bolognese? Hollandaise. Hollandaise. Hollandaise.
Hollandaise.
Eggs Benedict. Hollandaise.
That would be 7. That means Shawn is picking up 2 points, and C-Lane with a guess of 6 picking up 1 point. 2 questions remaining now. Moving on to question 7. Last week was the 80th anniversary of which pivotal mission of World... Sabrina?
Big old pivotal mission of the D-Day.
D-Day's correct. Nicely done. Sabby, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said D-Day? Full question. Last week was the 80th anniversary of which pivotal mission of World War II?
That will be 7.
7.
6.
6 for C-Lane.
4.
And 4 for Shawn. Question 7 with answers of 4, 6, and 7. God, I hate you.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows the D-Day? Last week was the 80th anniversary of which pivotal mission of World War II?
D-Day. Normandy.
Oh, D-Day.
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 Oh, D-Day.
Atomic bomb. D-Day.
D-Day.
That'd be 7. She got the right war, I guess.
This is my favorite, man.
Sabrina's picking up 2 points. C-Lane with a guess of 6 picking up 1 point. And we head on to question 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place...
Do we need to? Do we really need to?
Yeah, let's look at it, for sure.
It's your call, I guess. In first place with 12 points, we have Sabrina / Space Coast Native. In second place with 11 points, we have C-Lane / Snacks Daily. And in third place with 4 points, we have Shawn Wasson / Slim Skady.
Oh, boy.
Moving on to question 8.
Anyone's game, for sure.
We did this one just a couple of months ago. It was 6 months ago. Why not do it again? What is the capital of Minnesota? C-Lane.
Minnesota. Son of a bitch.
Sabrina.
Son of a bitch. Minnesota.
Sabrina.
Was this the one where nobody could name anywhere in Minnesota?
Sabrina.
Let's see.
Seems to be the case right now.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Sabrina.
Pretty. Stop singing. Minnesota. St. Louis.
St. Louis is incorrect.
Sabrina. St. Paul.
St. Paul is correct. Woo! Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said St. Paul?
3.
3.
5.
5 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Shawn. Question 8 with answers of 3.
Scratch that.
Yep.
Whoa.
7.
Reverse.
7 for Shawn. Question 8 with answers of 3, 5, and 7. Who knows Minnesota? What is the capital of Minnesota?
St. Paul.
St. Paul.
Not Minneapolis. St. Paul.
Little soda.
St. Louis? Question mark? Minneapolis. No. Yeah.
St. Paul?
Damn it.
Des Moines.
That would be 4. So Sabrina and C-Lane with a guess of 3 and 5, picking up 1 point each. And we end the day thusly in first place with 14 points. Sabrina Ambra / Space Coast Native. Congratulations. In second place with 12 points, Christopher Lane / Snacks Daily. And in third place with 4 points, Shawn Wasson / Slim Skady. That means in first place. And still leading on Fritz on the Street with 165 points, Christopher Lane.
Yeah.
In second place, we have a new leader in second place with 149 points, Sabrina Ambra. Woo! And in third place with 141 points, Shawn Wasson. So 165, 149, 141, and that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Fritzy.
Math,
big time. Look at a little calculator.
Make sure you're following Fritz on social media. On Instagram, it's no_regrets_coyote. No_regrets_coyote. And look up his name, Jeff Ilgenfritz. The fancy last name of Ilgenfritz is available for you on Facebook. And you can follow along and play live Fritz on the Street for Fritz's Funhouse Trivia on Tuesday nights. Make sure you're following along.
Oh, yeah.
You going to hang out with us today, Fritz?
Hell yeah, my man.
Yes. All right, I'm excited. We got a lot to get into on a very busy Tuesday here. We might learn more about Fritz. I might ask him some more questions. I know that sent Sabrina sideways. She was very weirded out about that last week.
What did you thought I was dying or something?
Yes. Why are you asking Fritz questions? Just curious, learning a little bit about Fritz here and see what's happening behind the scenes in his life.
That's right.
I teased this earlier, so let me just pay it off real quickly. I said there was something that a teacher was doing that the teacher admitted to doing that the court of law knew that the teacher was doing, but it turns out it's just not illegal. It's not a crime, so they couldn't do anything about it. And here's where this happened. In Sutter County is where this went down in California. A second-grade teacher who was arrested for DUI and child endangerment will not face any charges.
Jeez,
why?
Lucky.
Quote from the judge, "It is not illegal to teach drunk." That is what the judge has said as a response to this.
Wow. I mean, does that not set a precedent?
You can't. They're saying you can't get a DUI. If you get a DUI, that's
where's water
driving.
bottle vodka teacher?
Exactly. Go move to that state and teach.
DUI is driving under the influence. You're not doing that. You're in the classroom. You're teaching kids, and there's no law against this.
There's no TUIs.
They believe that Munson was teaching the class drunk. Investigators said the blood alcohol content level was 2 times the legal limit, but the district attorney and judge agreed it's not illegal to teach drunk. They said there's the possibility that she drank after she arrived at the school. Because they didn't know that, they couldn't prove that she was drinking and driving, and therefore there was no charges against her. Loophole, baby.
Yeah. Cool judge.
Loophole in the law. This is why some people, I don't know if you're supposed to, well, you're not supposed to do this, but some people that I've heard of, if they're drinking and they get into an accident, they'll leave the scene and then they'll go home and then they'll start drinking. And they'll be like, oh, I was just so distraught about the crash that I got into that I just started pounding this liquor here, and they can't prove that you were drunk whilst behind the wheel of the car, so they can only get you for like leaving the scene of an accident or other
that
crimes.
on the Mo list for sure.
I don't. It's obviously
I'm
not
sure
what you're
we've talked
supposed
about
to do.
this before. There was an old supposed remedy where like you keep a bottle, in your car, and then if you get pulled over, you just swig it, and they can't prove that you were driving when you did that. Or
This is
like,
bad
you
advice.
get out and throw the keys in. Oh, I'm not saying this is good of it. I don't even know if this worked.
This is very good advice if you're trying to get away with a DUI. It's just whether or not that's advice. That's the problematic point. Amy on YouTube says, wait, if drunk radio broadcasting is legal, how can that not be? Hey, it appears to be. The judges sounded off about this.
Baby.
Go for it, teachers. Get out there and get hammered. We'll see what you have to say about that. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we got to talk about Project 2025. And a waitress got fired for the dumbest reason I've heard of in a very long time. This one is really, it's got a great visual with it, so I'll make sure it's up on See It Now. You streaming folks are going to see this, and everybody else is going to hear the story because it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on the Jim Colbert Show, Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell keeps us up to date on what's happening in there in Central Florida, plus our weekly pet segment with Animal House. The winner of JCS Trivia will get tickets to see comedian Russell Peters at Hard Rock Live or a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
The off-ramp is partially blocked from State Road 408 eastbound to Good Homes Road due to an accident. There's an accident on Severin Boulevard at Palm Springs Drive, blocking a couple lanes there. And authorities are working on an accident on Goldenrod Road southbound at State Road 408 on I-4 this afternoon. There's slowdowns through the city westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, You'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
2 nights on one stage.
Capital One cardholders can score their tickets first, right now, before anyone else. Only available while pre-sale tickets last, or until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Add a Capital One Access Pass to your pre-sale purchase to attend an exclusive pre-concert event with a performance from New Kids on the Block. Only available during the cardholder pre-sale.
Pre-sale tickets are limited and will go fast. So visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One to buy.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Dante Marcatello. And I'm Jake Chapman. We're the hosts of Magic Drive Time, the only daily audio fix for Orlando Magic fans. And actually, I just realized this, Jake, one of the longest running sports talk shows in Orlando. We've been at it for 13 seasons. How is that possible?
Oh, wow. That's good stuff, Dante. And that's exactly what you'll get on Magic Drive Time each day. It's your touchstone for the latest Magic news, game previews and reviews. And we've got more stats and notes than we know what to do with.
Listen to Magic Drive Time on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious. Your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings, all for around the price of Ginny Moore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Boss, did you know Safe Touch Security is the home of the 45-second or less guaranteed response?
Of course, it's just one of the reasons why I hate Safe Touch.
For a limited time, save up to 50% on select security systems. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or Ceiling Paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
I'm Maria Kondakova.
And I'm Nate Silver.
And our new podcast, Risky Business, is a show about making better decisions. We're both journalists who moonlight as poker players, and that's the lens we're going to use to approach this entire show.
We're going to be discussing everything from high-stakes poker to personal questions.
Like whether I should call a plumber or fix my shower myself.
And, of course, we'll be talking about the election.
Listen to Risky Business on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Risky Business.
Hot deal alert! 6 new Nissans under $30K. Click OrlandoNissan.com now.
Radio. The show that takes you from Skywall Summer to Jack Rocket Ball.
Shawn, I just wanted to drop a quick email to recommend a new series I started watching last night on Max. It's called 6 Schizophrenic Brothers.
Oh, wow. I saw that trailer.
Did you?
I just put it on my queue.
Yep. I saw the trailer. I haven't watched
I couldn't find the trailer anywhere. I had YouTubed it, and it was just like a news story that had popped up.
That's what I saw.
This is the first I've heard of this at all, and it's on Max, called 6 Schizophrenic Brothers.
And they had 12 or something.
Whoa.
Are they in one family?
Yeah.
Or the wow, okay. I'm on episode 3. It's already been a wild ride. I know you 3 tend to like documentaries, docuseries, and I think you'll find this one interesting. Love your show. Enjoy the rest of your week, Alicia. Did the family, like the mother and father in this case, did they know that they kept cranking out schizophrenic kids and then they just kept going with it? And because at some point I feel like if you have 3 kids, and it takes a while, the problem is that it takes a while to determine when somebody's schizophrenic. In fact, most people don't show any signs of schizophrenia at all until maybe 15, and then a lot of them in their early 20s. So you could be totally, quote unquote, normal, and then you get to like 20 or 21, and then they go, whoa, where did this come from? It's just when it tends to show itself in terms of symptoms. So if all the kids were close enough together, then the dominoes just start falling as they come of age to see symptoms of schizophrenia, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, thank you, Alicia. I have not seen that yet. Apparently, it's on the radar of Fritz and Sabrina, and they are going to be checking that out. I'll watch that at some point soon. Right now, we're in the path of a show called Death and Other Details on Hulu, which we've been watching. And I think I'll start doing things this way because this is the best way for me to recommend stuff and then know that the target is going to be hit. If you like Knives Out, you know, the Knives Out series, there's a couple of movies like that. Yeah. Very much murder mystery. Yes, they are.
I think they signed on Mila Kunis for it as well.
Did they? The second one was not as good as the first, in my opinion. Really like the first one.
Yeah, apparently they weren't going to call it Glass Onion. Or yeah, they were. No, they weren't going to subtitle it a Knives Out movie.
Right.
It was just going to be like a standalone.
Its own thing, like it just in the murder mystery vein, which is cool. I like that.
Very Agatha Christie.
Yeah, if you like all of that stuff. So that's how I'm recommending this. If you like Knives Out, you will like Death and Other Details, a series on Hulu. I don't know how it didn't get any pop when it came out in like January or February of this year. I haven't heard anybody talking about it. It's got really good acting in it. Is
that the one with Mandy Patinkin?
I do not know because I'm not familiar with that.
Oh my
name.
gosh! I mean, the Knives Out and Mandy Patinkin, that would be perfect for.
Let me
my
say.
wife.
Hold on. Let me bring this up. Does she like that movie, Death?
She likes the Knives Out series. Like she's excited about the new one they're doing.
Yeah, this is totally a whodunit kind of thing. And they're on a cruise ship. Somebody gets murdered. There's a famed investigator who's also on the cruise ship. And The story goes pretty deep.
That's points. Mandy is in it.
She is? Yeah,
No,
Mandy he is.
a man. Yeah, the dude.
Mandy Patinkin. I don't know him as of now. I do. I'm familiar, but I had not heard of Mandy Patinkin before this. Yeah, he plays the detective, and he's very good at it.
He was also in Criminal Minds.
Violet Bean is in it. I'm not familiar with her. There's a bunch of these actors. They're all very good. I'm not familiar with any of these actors, but they're all very, very good in the series, and it's a fun watch for sure. I love those ones that kind of keep you guessing as to, who done it, et cetera, et cetera.
I was watching A Haunting in Venice the other day.
I love that.
Didn't watch the entire thing because I was too distracted. But that Hercule Poirot character is so good.
Yeah, I love that when they keep moving. So they go from crime to crime, and you get to solve it with
with them.
Yeah, with like the Sherlock Holmes character, and I dig that. I think that's kind of
those
a fun
are always
time.
fun movies.
Death and Other Details, if you want to check that out. Meanwhile, this person probably would have rather been dead than in the situation that they found themselves, but here goes nothing. A waitress has been fired. Why? She saw something happening at the restaurant she was working at. She quickly filmed a TikTok, and she said, I have no words. I don't know what to say. And here is what she saw in her restaurant. See it here right in front of me, if C-Lane takes this.
Hit it, C-Lane.
Right there. There is a gentleman sitting down at a table in her restaurant, and across from him is a blow-up doll.
When the moon hits out.
A blow-up sex doll is across the table from this gentleman at the restaurant.
Also worth noting, could have used a little bit more of a blow-up before they went out to dinner.
Well,
Seems
you think
to be
it's a little flat?
A little deflated in the neck, if you ask me.
At least it has a dress on, though. That's a nice touch. You
Kind of a
gotta
lazy
admit.
lover, am I right?
Yeah. you got a semi-deflated blow-up doll at the table with this guy. So, of course, the waitress was like, oh, my God, let's record this and let's post it on TikTok. And it goes viral, and the restaurant fired her. And I thought, why would you fire her for that? This is obviously something that is going to grab your attention, and it's funny. And the guy...
I'm pretty sure the guy did it to be photographed.
You know why he did it?
Why?
He lost a fantasy league, and
That's pretty funny.
Like the gamble they had going was that you had to go get lunch, and you had to have a blow-up doll with you.
And he was hoping no one would notice.
He was hoping it would go unnoticed. It did not.
It's so weird. When you first said it, you didn't say blow-up doll. Well, you said blow-up doll. You said blow-up sex doll. And I go, I can't think of any reason to copulate with that thing.
No, I wouldn't try it. No, not myself.
Not the blow-up kind. The real dolls.
Oh, you mean the expensive ones?
People sex those all the time.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, again, that's not something that's for me. But like the ones that are a gag gift, I'm like, no one's paying this thing.
Yeah, I just for a tiny reality check for everybody listening. My guess as a man would be that about 5% or less of guys have ever used a sex doll or a sex toy in general in their lives. They've just not
they have
done this.
not used.
Yeah, I would say. Oh no, I would say only about 5% of guys have used, and I mean like a fleshlight or a blow-up doll. 95% of guys have not tried any of these things out. It's just not a common thing.
Does the ring count?
What's the ring?
The C ring.
Oh no, that's not the same thing.
Christopher.
Why?
No, I have not.
That was a quick question.
I gotta say, it kind of seems.
No. I at one point owned one because the three of us were given some like package of stuff,
right?
That Sabrina famously like waved out her window on the way home from work one time.
It's part of my very famed endorsement.
Yeah, but we got.
And I was like, I have no use out of this. Would you like it?
Yeah, we that's what you were doing. That was the waving it out the window was offering it to people.
Oh no, that was mine. But the C ring that came in the pack, there was no way I could make food out of that. I don't know what meal you can make out of a C ring.
No, there was like an assortment of things like that each of us got. Like I had there was a bunch of stuff in there.
They gave us some little gift pack kind of things. Yeah, I've never used any of that stuff.
It never came out of the plastic wrapper.
I would guess that would be maybe one of the more popular things that people would try, would be the ring thing. I don't know. You got a different experience? Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com.
Sure you want that?
right now? Yeah, I want to hear from everybody.
You're going to hear some weird things.
There's all sorts of types out there, Fritz. You know how it is. Yeah. And to each their own.
Some guys listen to this like weird things like please my woman.
Yeah. I think, really when you think of it, we should be normalizing the male sex toys as well, because it seems like such a taboo thing and it shouldn't be. It's like women talk about it all the time. Why can't men talk about it?
I don't think sex toys are taboo. I just think nobody should be or is banging those blow-up dolls.
Okay, well,
yeah. Hold on, let me throw out some more made-up
numbers.
No
matter how many holes it has.
All right, these are my made-up numbers on this that I almost guarantee you are right around the ring of accuracy. When you have blow-up dolls like the comical type with like the the lipstick on them and the wide open mouth, the one you see in movies and stuff,
I would guess sheep,
or the sheep, or if you're aggressive, I would guess like 99% of those are never used ever. It's just a joke.
Oh,
you fill it up
as far
for your
as
friend.
like 99% of those that are purchased.
Yes, yeah, and then I would say
all the stolen ones get drilled.
That's what I'm thinking, though. I think like you buy it as a gag, though, but it still ends up at someone's house.
Get a little
and then
drunk.
It's never talked about, but you see it there, and you're like, no one's ever gonna know.
No one's
try
home.
it.
And then I would guess like 80% of women have used some sort of toy or accessory.
80%.
Yeah, I would think 80+% of women have used something, some sort of like
Of the percentage
toy.
of women that actually reach climax, because that's a crazy stat too. There's a giant percentage of women who have never had a proper orgasm.
The women who have these toys, I think, are probably getting to the goal line.
Oh, the technology is incredible.
Yeah, so I think way more women. So I think Fritz is right. I think there's so many guys who are like, I would never do that. It's just kind of, there's a stigma to it, and it feels weird. It probably doesn't feel physically weird, just, feels weird otherwise. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. We're going to get to your dispatches. Those are loaded up and ready to go. We'll talk about Project 2025 and what that is. And we got jury duty. It's all on the way, and it's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mattress Firm.
NBA legend Jerry West has died. He was 86. West was the inspiration for the NBA logo as a standout player for the Lakers in the 60s and 70s. After snapping a 4-game skid in walk-off fashion, the Rays will continue their series against the Cubs. That's tonight at the Trop. And the Buccaneers will fine edge rusher Randy Gregory nearly $17,000 for missing the start of mandatory minicamp. Workouts will run through tomorrow. I'm Scott Davidson.
Mattress Firm's July 4th sale is your chance to snap up summer's best deals. Save up to $700 on top brands and get a free adjustable base when you buy. Get matched today with quality mattresses at every price for your best rest. Restrictions apply.
Folks, little secret for you. When it's this time of year and it's incredibly hot outside, it could be the last day that your air conditioner works, and you do not want that. You want to make sure your AC makes it all the way through the summer. And then if you're going to have a problem with it, hopefully it happens in the winter where things aren't quite as bad. This is why Mills Air is so amazing. And they have a preventative maintenance plan that you could sign up for. It is super affordable. Literally everybody can afford this. And it's going to save you money and detect an upcoming breakdown. I'll give you the number for this in just a second. But as a homeowner, this is one of the smartest things you can do. Because usually if something goes wrong with your AC, it's because the filter was way too clogged, you didn't replace it. It's because it filled up with water, because you didn't clear out the lines. It's because of these maintenance issues. Stay on top of that. Don't let that lead to a bigger problem with preventative maintenance from Mills Air, all right? The phone number, 407-277-1159. 407-277-1159. Do this today before you have a bigger issue. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. 407-277-1159 or go to millsair.com.
Glad to finally have you over. What do you think?
You could install a bay window to let in more natural light over there.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just that I saved hundreds on my Navy Federal Credit Union home equity loan. Now I see potential home improvement projects everywhere.
Learn more about how our home equity loans with no closing costs can help you get more from your home base at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. Membership required. Loan subject to change.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Did you know Life Imaging FLA? They've been around for about a year now, a year of saving lives. And I say that, and it's all actually accurate. I have 4 friends who went to Life Imaging FLA, found out they had heart blockage they had no idea that they had, and it did save their lives. Dozens of listeners have told us the same story about finding out about cancer early and heart blockage. You can go and get this same scan done, and it will give you peace of mind, and also can let you know in advance if you have something that you need to take care of. Life Imaging FLA, they know that early detection of heart disease and cancer is a game changer when it comes to early treatment and the outcome. It's Life Imaging FLA. If you want to get that heart scan, pick up your phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and with a few minimum requirements, this is a $699 value, and you can get that free heart scan like I did. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Life Imaging FLA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Just dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm John Morgan, here to urge you to vote yes on Amendment 3 and legalize the adult use of marijuana. When I ran the first 2 amendments to bring medical marijuana to Florida, the politicians lied about everything, and now they're doing it again. They said then, and they're saying now, that smoke will be everywhere. That's nonsense and a complete lie. If Amendment 3 passes, adults can safely use marijuana, but not in public places. That's in the law and in the Constitution, just like with tobacco. So now let's finish what I started, and don't believe the lying liars from Tallahassee. Join me, John Morgan, in voting yes for the people and for Amendment 3.
Vote yes on Amendment 3. Safe, regulated, responsible. Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Is your timeshare suffocating you? Are you feeling powerless because you were sold a bad investment that is nothing like you were promised? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you're ready to get rid of that timeshare, I'll send you our Timeshare Exit Information Kit free, exposing the timeshare industry scams with all your options for cancellation.
Call 800-653-1188. 800-653-1188. 800-653-1188.
Want to give your child a learning experience that's free, fun, and gets them ready for the future? The voluntary pre-kindergarten program is your answer. It's available at no cost to any 4-year-old child residing in the state of Florida. Visit our website at elcosceola.org. That's elcosceola.org.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
A foursome with a student.
Oh.
That is a lot at once.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking 3 teachers or 2 students?
You're going to have to wait and find out. It's coming up in just a moment. Also, a death row inmate, his final words and his final meal that is going to take you by surprise, I think.
Yeah, I thought they did away with those.
You know,
Some states have.
Oh.
Yeah, in this state, wherever he was, they were in Missouri. They were still doing this. So I'll tell you what this gentleman had and what he did that maybe makes him not so much of a gentleman. Coming up in just a bit in jury duty. First, Project 2025. You're probably going to hear people talking about this on some sort of social media platform
Facebook,
that you're on.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
Good that you be armed with a little knowledge so you know what they're talking about when they mention it. So Project 2025, this is a nearly 1,000-page handbook that is from a group called Heritage Foundation. And you've probably heard of the Heritage Foundation if you know anything about politics. They're a conservative think tank. And one thing you might not understand if you're not very into politics is when a president takes office or even when politicians are doing their thing, most of the time, legislation is not written by these people. Legislation and actual laws are usually written by activist groups. Like on the right, it would be the Heritage Foundation. So they would go, here's something we as conservatives want passed. They'll completely write the law, and then they'll bring it to some elected officials to push it forward and get it signed into law as the law of the land. And you'd have it on the other side, obviously, like leftist activist groups would do the same thing. They're largely behind the writing of many of the bills that you see. Those are the folks who do this stuff. So the Heritage Foundation is behind this. It's a 1,000-page handbook, this Project 2025. It's a lot of pages.
It really
That's a
is.
lot.
Who has time for that?
It's a detailed conservative agenda for the next president. This is obviously if Trump wins. And last I saw from 520... What's the polling outlet? 523? 538. That's right, Fritz. Thank you very much. 538, they did their simulations based on the latest polls, and it was almost right down the middle.
Tied.
Like, half the times Biden won the simulation, half the times Trump won the simulation. Very, very, very close in those simulations so far. So this would be for Trump if he was the president. They say if we're going to rescue the country from the grip of the radical left, we need both a governing agenda and the right people in the right place. That is the goal of the 2025 Presidential Transition Project, or Project 2025. The handbook detailed a top-to-bottom overhaul of the Department of Justice and putting an end to the FBI's efforts to curb the spread of misinformation. The handbook says...
Putting an end to the efforts to stop misinformation.
From the FBI?
Yeah, the FBI, or the handbook says the FBI has absolutely no business policing speech. The agenda also included a crackdown on abortion pills, which it called the single greatest threat to unborn children in a post-Roe world.
I'd say the stairs were.
One of the things that they're after. And the Associated Press has called the handbook's language apocalyptic. And if you hear somebody mention Project 2025, that's probably what they're talking about. A plan forward. It's not necessarily Trump's plan, but it's activist right-wing group, their plan that they want to see push forward as Trump takes office. If he wins, we'll see. Oh, one more thing on the political front, and then we'll blast away from that and get into these 2 jury duty stories. We got this. And we were speculating heavy on this. The White House on Wednesday of this week has not ruled out that President Biden would commute the sentence of his son, Hunter Biden, after a jury delivered a guilty verdict the day before.
Then where did we get all that he said he wouldn't stuff?
Biden said explicitly that he was not going to pardon his son, but now we're in the real world, and he's been convicted of 3 felonies.
Right.
Maybe Dad didn't think that was going to happen, and they're backing off of that a little bit because, like C-Lane said, doesn't matter the circumstances, doesn't matter the politics, doesn't matter how you feel about it. None of your personal feelings matter about this. If you are a dad and you're a president and you're on the way out the door, you're going to pardon your kid.
Yeah.
You're going to do that.
Yeah.
I think just everybody's going to do that.
Okay, I mean, would I agree with that if it were a worse crime? I don't know.
No, like
You know?
if he killed, a mom with 2 children and a drunk driving melee, no.
Right. It's like there is we started again. We had watched the first couple episodes of that show with Bryan Cranston, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
It was a Showtime show, and they released the first couple episodes.
That one gives me anxiety watching it, man. I can't watch it.
There's some things in it that,
It immediately gets so bad.
much like Breaking Bad did.
For those of you who don't know, Bryan Cranston plays a judge in this, and the judge is like hiding a lot of lies from a lot of really powerful people.
Immediately.
And so, like Fritz is saying, as you're watching it, you're like, do they know that he's lying? And it's really on edge.
And some of the ways he talks to people to try and weave this web of lies, you're like, she could see right through that, right? Like it seems like anyway. The main thing he's hiding is that his son kills somebody.
Whoa! Spoiler alert.
And the mother had died like a year before that, and he thinks this is it. He's going to lose his son, so
he'll do anything.
Yeah, he'll do anything. And Ashley says to me as we're watching it, she goes, "Would you help Jackson hide a murder if it was just you and him and I was dead?"
Great question.
And I was like, I don't know.
It depends on why. I'll be honest with you. It depends on why.
It's a tough.
Depends on why. Also, well, she's putting it in the same situation. She has died, and it's just me and Jack. And Jack killed somebody, and now I have to decide whether or not to cover it up. Now, my initial
you better
thought
be good
is
at covering it up, or you and your son. Right?
exactly. My initial thought is I am not a respected judge with connections and ties to powerful people. I am me. I don't know that I'd be very good at covering it up. I think I would do a piss poor job trying to cover up a murder.
I'd be good.
I'd be great.
Yes, I would be. Yeah, I would. I would make sure everything was all buttoned up. The only reason I would cover up for my son.
I said the thing that you should say if you need to cover up a
No,
murder.
Sean's
You
a
guys are
murderer.
doing-
Sean
Oh,
is up
damn
for
it.
murdering.
This is the worst part of my strategy right here.
Yeah.
I could see reasons why if Dylan came to me, it's like
This
somebody
is totally
died.
Exhibit B.
It was my fault. Somebody died, and if he gave me certain stories and said like this is why this happened, I'd be like, all right, I'll help you. I'll help you out. I'll do whatever I can because I wouldn't want just because.
No, you would ask Dylan, how much time are you facing?
Y'all need to watch.
He says 8 years, and you go, that's about 24 phones.
Right, exactly. Both you need to watch Defending Jacob.
That's a new one, right?
On I think it's a couple years old to be honest
Is
with you,
it?
but it just started popping up again. Apple TV.
Right.
It is the exact same situation. Father-son murders. I'm very curious about your takes now after this past segment and what you both said.
I'll have to see that. We also want to know what you think about it. Let us know what you would do in that circumstance. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off a dispatch. We'll get to the last meal and last words of this death row inmate and the teachers who wanted to force him with the student. C-Lane said 3 teachers, 1 student, 2 students, 2 teachers. Well, what are we talking about here? We'll talk about it. And the quote from these teachers, woo! You're going to have to wait and hear this to believe it. That is coming up next in the News Junkie.
Your 30 seconds of airtime awaits. The talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Orange Avenue northbound before Michigan Street, and the roadways are reduced to 2 lanes on Conroy Road westbound over I-4 due to construction there. Travel with caution. On I-4, there's delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535, and there's an accident on Champions Gate Boulevard at Berwick Drive causing a bit of commotion. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Gatorland.
Gatorland knows you need more animals, more gators, and more fun. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $17.50 admission now through the end of June. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Hey everyone, I'm Dante Marcatelli. And I'm Jake Chapman. We're the hosts of Magic Drive Time, the only daily audio fix for Orlando Magic fans. And actually, I just realized this, Jake, one of the longest running sports talk shows in Orlando. We've been at it for 13 seasons. How is that possible?
Oh, wow, that's good stuff, Dante. And that's exactly what you'll get on Magic Drive Time each day. It's your touchstone for the latest Magic news, game previews and reviews. And we've got more stats and notes than we know what to do with.
Listen to Magic Drive Time on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's make Father's Day something this year with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. It whips up over 60 premium cocktails on demand, each ready at the push of a button. And right now, you get $50 off when you buy 1 pack of Dad's favorite cocktail capsules. Make Dad's Father's Day by making cocktails with all natural juices and bitters without making any mess at all. Visit BARTESIAN.com/father to get $50 off the best premium cocktail maker for Dad. Bartesian. Premium cocktails on demand.
With over 100 million albums sold, 20 #1 hits, and 10 #1 albums, an evening of icons, an unforgettable night of classic hits. With the Commodores and Pointer Sisters. With special guests, the Spinners. November 14th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. Get tickets now at casino.hardrock.com/Tampa or Ticketmaster.com. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Madame Giselle senses something big coming.
Is it a career change?
Everything looks wet.
I'm gonna be a swim teacher.
There's a roof.
A swim teacher who also does roofing.
No, the roof of your RV has a leak and it's ruining the furniture.
Oh, that's okay. I'm covered by Progressive. But maybe I'm a swim teaching roofer who makes furniture.
Customize your coverage with Progressive's Roof Protection Plus and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Roof Protection Plus available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
Because you want to hear bacon and eggs on your outdoor griddle, not the scraping of rust. Introducing the Weber Slate Rust-Resistant Griddle. Stays ready, not rusty, with a carbon steel cooktop, pre-seasoned and ready to cook on right out of the box. The Weber Slate heats evenly edge to edge up to 500 degrees. All you'll hear is the gasp of amazement from friends and family when you serve the food. Cooking with the Weber Slate Rust-Resistant Griddle just sounds delicious and tastes even better.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1 from day one.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm Kaufman & Lynch Studios. Why Kaufman & Lynch? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio 104.1.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Words of a death row inmate and 4 teachers, well, 4 people, a foursome with some teachers. What went down here and what did one of the teachers say? A quote that is just unbelievable. But first, small gripe here. I don't know if this is new or if I'm just now noticing this, and I noticed it during the break there, but I don't like it in the slightest. I was trying to send an email, and as I was doing this on my phone, there's like a Clippy on the iPhone now. Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, there's like it pops up. It looks like a little paperclip thing.
Did you update?
I didn't do anything. This is just my normal phone. I didn't update anything.
So you went to send an email?
I went to send an email.
What email app?
Regular default Apple email app. And when I went to send an email, it said like a little paperclip popped up and it said, "Do you want to attach any files? Do you want to scan any documents? Do you like?" I was like, what are you doing here? I can't have a Clippy on my screen.
I'm not seeing this.
I have the latest iOS, I think. So that might have been. Well, I updated the software when I switched providers like a couple of weeks ago.
But you don't have the iOS 18 beta, is what you're saying.
The one that just it was in the announcement this week or whatever? Yeah. No, I don't have that.
Ignore the email I just sent you because I was trying to figure it out and nothing
next
popped
time,
up for me.
And I was going to screenshot it. Next time it pops up, I'll screenshot it for you guys because it was like, it's not the end of the world or anything, but it was one of those things where you go.
Was it an actual paperclip?
Yeah.
With eyes.
Okay, it just popped up again. Okay, I'm going to send it to you guys so you can see what I'm talking about here. So it's not like the most invasive thing, but it's totally Clippy. It's like a little paperclip popping up on your iPhone saying, hey, can I help you out with this? And I was like, I've never seen this before. Perhaps you guys have. All right, here it goes. I'm sending it to you. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. It pops up now when you're trying to write an email and it's like, hey, you want some help? Like, no, I don't want any. What are you doing here? Get out of my way. And it's even got a little paperclip thing because it's trying to help you with attachments and whatnot.
Okay. I don't know what that particular thing that you're seeing is, but the paperclip is generally the icon for attaching files to an email.
Yeah, I know that. I'm aware of that.
Okay, so this is not like Clippy, like the talking, like I see you're writing a resume.
That's what Clippy kind of was. He was he represented.
He was animated, had a personality. This is just a symbol.
He was an anthropomorphic paperclip. He had eyes and
I don't believe he had a voice.
Feelings, Shawn.
I'm pretty sure that he didn't speak. As far as I recall,
let him speak. I'm sure he had.
Thank
some
God.
He would tap on the inside of the computer monitor though.
It's so annoying.
Get out of here,
Who
Clippy.
thought that was a good idea? That's so annoying.
I miss him.
Daryl from The Office.
True, yeah. He was a fan of Clippy and a fan of Going Mach 5. Was that his saying?
I don't remember that. No, he was just calling tech support. He goes, You know, there used to be this little thing on my screen that said, I see you're trying to write a resume. I think his name was Clippy.
Well, I want to tell you this story from Jury Duty, which is, of course, brought to you by Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. But it's always interesting to see what happens when somebody gets their final meal. A Missouri man has been executed for killing his former lover and her husband just days after his clemency was rejected.
Oh, my God.
David Hosier, 69, was pronounced dead at 6:11 p.m. on Tuesday following a single-dose injection of the sedative pentobarbital at the state prison in Bonneterre, Missouri. I'm sure I'm screwing that up. Hosier was convicted in the 2009 killings of Angela and Rodney Gilpin in Jefferson City. He turned his head a couple of times and breathed hard twice as the drug was administered. All movement stopped within seconds, even as his spiritual advisor was seated next to him and continued to pray. The Missouri man was executed by the state at that time. He was served his final meal at 11 a.m. Damn, he ate at 11 a.m. and then he was executed at 6:10, so he had to go without food all the way until then. He had a New York strip steak. That sounds kind of nice. A baked potato with butter and sour cream.
For
Texas
breakfast.
toast, a Dutch apple pie, milk, and orange juice. This was the final meal for this gentleman.
Damn.
And that is a strange one for breakfast. That's an odd mix-up there.
But not strange for your last meal.
You can do whatever you want. You can freestyle. You can go wild with it.
What's the, worst last meal someone has requested?
Oh, man, there's a...
I just want a granola bar.
There's an
I think they usually go
Instagram...
beyond. Yeah.
There's an Instagram channel, and they were trying everyone's last meals, and some were like 4 different cereals, blended together, just to be like a troll, or heavy on the syrup, maple syrup and pancakes and things like that.
Oh, you might as well. Jeez, you're on your way out.
Yep.
His final words: "I leave you all with love. Now I get to go to heaven. Don't cry for me. Just join me when your time comes," he said. And then he quoted the New Testament after that. So his final words and meal right there for all of history. Now, speaking of history, to these sex teachers, here goes nothing.
Yeah.
This was in Wisconsin. It involves 2 teachers. That was your question, C-Lane. 2 teachers who are trying to set up a foursome with a student at the school. And they were sending some sexy photos. They said boudoir type photos that they were sending over.
2 teachers, 1 student, 4th unknown?
Maybe another student.
Oh, 2 students. Oh.
Yeah, it could be another student that was the other person, or perhaps another person. I'm not sure.
Basically, the 2 teachers were talking and said, wait, you're banging a student? I'm also banging a student. We should bang our students together.
Yeah, we could share this right now. Now, I got to bring this up because I don't have the whole story in front of me. And there was one particular text by the teachers that I was like, this is vile. What do you got going on? It says 2 high school business teachers in Wisconsin were forced to resign after district officials found out they'd been trying to seduce one of their students by offering him a foursome, this says. They're really trying to get this student and get his attention by offering that up with the photographs that they were sending over. They said the pair even sent scantily clad photos to his Snapchat account. Alexia Saldaris, a first-year teacher, and Jennifer Larson, an 11-year veteran, left their jobs after an investigation by officials at Joseph Craig High School in Janesville unearthed the racy messages from them. This is according to the local affiliate. Both allegedly admitted to inappropriately Snapchatting with the unidentified male student, whose age has not been released, with Saldaris acknowledging she sent the risque pictures and sent messages about cuddling, flirting, and the implication of alcohol.
Oh.
Much of the scandal revolves around a school trip that lasted from April 7th to April 9th, which is when the district says both teachers sent the student messages saying they wanted to cuddle and have fun with him.
Imagine
then there was
2 teachers.
I know. Imagine the student. And I was like, holy cow, this is
there was already a student who had, I think, a threesome with 2 teachers.
Was there?
I think it was in Texas.
Oh, I do remember that. It was like 2 blondes or something.
Yeah.
During the same encounter, Saldaris apparently gave the keys to a district van to the student and let him take a lap around the parking lot. As she was changing her shoes in the back of the vehicle, she and the student shared a half kiss, they said.
Half kiss, half
I'm trying to get.
Buddy,
I got it.
You're gonna learn this after high school, but a half kiss means nothing.
Yeah, but they were going to go for it, and they're both fired now as a result.
Has anyone raised the red flag to Snapchat yet? Because it's always the case.
It is
so
always
it's like,
Snapchat.
is there not any sort of age verification? Or, hey, we've noticed that you two have been exchanging a lot.
I don't know.
And we could tell that you are not the same age or something. I don't know
not
how
sure.
it works in the back end.
Here's the quote from one of the teachers. The teacher said, quote, "Let's make the room stank." Wow. Their quote was for getting together and trying to have some fun together. You're not supposed to do that when you're a teacher and the students are underage. That is a problem, and they have been fired as a result. The Pope is on a bit of a roll here. The Pope used the F word for gays recently, if you're not aware. He dropped that in some private meeting and then apologized because he's got somebody behind the scenes who is ratting out the Pope rat. And the Pope is beyond just wanting to hear people sing. You know, he's beyond that now.
I would like
to
hear you singing.
He now wants to hear many other things.
But I would like the gay and homos to leave.
He dropped it again. They said he said it again. TMZ said the Pope said it again. He's got a rat behind the scenes, and he just keeps dropping.
You keep saying rat. He should maybe stop saying the F word for gays.
I'm
Call
not
me crazy.
saying. I'm not saying either way. I'm saying he's got a rat behind the scenes who's clearly reporting all this stuff back. Which, do you think this is the first time, if he said it twice now, that the Pope has said that? I wouldn't think so.
No.
But now he's got somebody who's
Or he's
like
going senile and he just keeps saying all the things.
Well, he's also interested in courting the top comedians in the world. This Friday at the Vatican, here is who is going to be meeting with this Pope. Stephen Colbert will be there. Jimmy Fallon will be there. Jim Gaffigan, Whoopi Goldberg.
Jim Gaffigan.
Yep. James Martin. I don't know who James Martin is.
Any
I've not heard of
flamers?
that guy. Tig Notaro. She's a lesbian, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Rock and Conan O'Brien. All 8 of those comedians will be part of an audience of more than 100 entertainers to meet with the Pope at this event at the Vatican.
It's an audience of 100.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not all like spending time with him, right?
It says Francis's audience with more than 100 entertainers will celebrate the beauty of human diversity and promote a message of peace, love, and solidarity. And usually at these, they have like a little line and they get to go through and like shake the hand of the Pope.
Right, get a
meet
little
the Pope.
blessing.
Yeah, get your blessing, mark out, move on to the next thing. And those are the folks who are going to be meeting with said Pope. Pope's taking some heat. He's got some heat going on. He was the guy who was trying to bridge everybody together for a while. Not so much these days. And we'll keep an eye on that story. When we come back, let's talk UFOs. We got Fritz with us. Fritz, you gotta help us out. There's a new story. Some of these big, bright minds, very smart people, not crazies, who have some insight on what they think is happening here on planet Earth. What's the latest with the aliens? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Avenue northbound before Michigan Street. There's a pothole in the area on I-95 southbound near International Speedway Boulevard, and the roadways are reduced to 2 lanes due to construction on Conroy Road westbound over I-4. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, travel with caution. The roadways are wet out there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by DellAir.com. Feel the Dell Air difference. Let Dell Air help you declare energy independence with a new AC system for up to 50% savings on energy bills. Call or visit DellAir.com to book your free estimate and start saving with summer rebates, specials, and interest-free financing.
Chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table, so let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. If you have a quote already, get a free fast quote review at thatmortgaguyDon.com. Hit the compare quote button and Don will review your quote today. He's going to let you know if you got the best deal or make sure to get you the best deal. That Mortgage Guy Don is a friend that has your best interest in mind. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today by going to thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgagiguydon.com.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by R.C. Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
2 nights on one stage.
Capital One cardholders can score their tickets first right now before anyone else. Only available while pre-sale tickets last or until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Add a Capital One Access Pass to your pre-sale purchase to attend an exclusive pre-concert event with a performance from New Kids on the Block. Only available during the cardholder pre-sale.
Pre-sale tickets are limited and will go fast. So visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One to buy.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
E-Pass presents the romantic comedy travel experience of the summer.
Margaret, I love you.
And I love saving on Florida toll roads with E-Pass.
You'll fall in love with convenient roadway electronic toll payments all over again. Plus, you can qualify to win $100 in tolls. Go to getepass.com and sign up for a free E-Pass sticker. You'll be entered to win one of our daily giveaways of $100 in tolls now through June 16th. Choose E-Pass, expect savings. Get details and rules of the contest at getepass.com.
While some streaming companies keep raising their prices, the iHeartRadio app is still free. And free never sounded so good. Thousands of radio stations from all over the country playing your favorite music, 500,000 podcasts, thousands of playlists for every mood, over 100 commercial-free music channels, and over 100 million songs to fill your favorite playlist. Download the always free iHeartRadio app and start listening now.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
And you know what? I don't like what's the other phrase? What's the other letters that they use, Fritz, instead of UFO now?
UAP?
UAP. I like UFO so much better.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. It's a nice word. I know what everybody's talking about, even though it's an unidentified flying object. I still kind of get it. I'm
now
with
it's
it.
An aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, I don't like that as much. And that seems too much like you can explain it away with logic and reason. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this is from another planet and another civilization, and these folks are aliens. That's what I like. There is now another study, and they said an unidentified, technologically advanced population could be living secretly here on planet Earth.
I knew it.
That's right. That startling claim was made in a new paper by researchers at Harvard and Montana Technological University. So,
okay, those are two different things, huh?
That happens all the time. They team up universities to do these kind of studies together.
Yale and Valencia.
Harvard and Montana Technological University, at least these are accredited institutions. They speculate the unidentified anomalous phenomenon, or UAP, another term for UFOs, could be living underground on the moon or even walking amongst humans, according to these big brain folks.
Do they also say beneath the seas?
They don't mention that. But the seas are kind of, isn't that like our most undiscovered territory right now? Like way deep down, we wouldn't know if there was something there.
I would think the seas are pretty finite, whereas space is not.
No, but on planet Earth, I'm talking about. Like,
there's so much of that we know nothing about.
Yeah, we map the whole globe. We can look at every inch of the planet from satellite imagery and stuff, but there are places down under the water that we've still never seen. And we don't know what lives down there.
Has that billionaire done Titanic Part 3?
No, they're working. There is somebody working on that. There's somebody working on Titanic 2, or the next Titanic. They've been working on that forever in Australia.
No, it's the billionaire. He's like, I'm going to do it for real this time, not be imploded.
Yes. You mean going down to look at the wreckage of the Titanic. They're doing that as well. So there's one really rich guy who is currently saying he's going to build a new Titanic in Australia. And there's another one that says, I'm going back down to the wreckage of the Titanic. And both of them are probably going to fail. If we judge by the last mission down to the Titanic.
If they do it wrong, the person that's building the new Titanic could go down and visit the wreckage of the old Titanic.
Whoa. That's true. That one you don't want to do, actually. Isn't this idea, though, that we have aliens, but they're just living amongst us here on Earth? Isn't that basically Men in Black?
Yeah.
It's like the plot to Men in Black.
Yeah, kind of. I read a book a couple of years ago called Walking Among Us, or I think it's called Walk Among Us, and also a great Misfits album. But anyway, it was about how this guy he was a hypnotherapist, and one of his patients was like, I have a best friend, I don't know much about him. And then he realized that other therapists were also like, I also have a patient who talks of this best friend. They do everything together, and it uncovers this like alien story. It's like really cool, like how they're constantly asking questions, like, what's that? Like, if you were an alien, you wouldn't know what a plate is. Why do you need a plate? And it's just really cool. And it was a good read.
When you get people who are super creative who write in that space. I read a book not that long ago, within the last couple of years, about a guy who gets sent way out in space, and I think he was sent to Mars, and he was supposed to come back, and he encounters another creature out there. He encounters an alien, basically. And instead of like every other person who's written about aliens where they go, oh, little green men, big eyes like this, they made the alien like this almost spider type creature.
Nice.
And they had to figure out each other's languages and stuff. And it was super interesting. I love all of that stuff. I want to believe. And I put myself in this space. All right. If you ever hear me talking about religious stuff, I'm not a religious person. I'm not your guy on that. I'm sorry. It's just not me. If you are, good for you.
Same.
Do your thing. As long as you're not blowing people up or forcing people to believe in whatever you believe in or change themselves because of your belief set, then I'm cool with you. We're good. Do your thing. However, I don't say I'm not an anti-theist or I'm not really an atheist. I just say I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not going to pretend to have any knowledge about if there was some sort of creator. I'm an agnostic on that front. I'm just going to say I don't believe in any of this structured, organized stuff. I think that's nonsense, gobbledygook, and I'm not going to pretend I'm the end-all, be-all in determining what's real and what's not real. I just land there. I'm the same way on aliens. I'm like, the universe, the world, the planets, it's all so huge in scope. We're tiny. Even our universe is tiny within the scope of all of space.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so impossible to say there's not some living, breathing thing out there somewhere.
It would be wasteful, I think.
Yeah, right? Like we're the only ones. In fact, if we are the only ones, it would be the best argument for a God that I've ever heard in my life. But I wouldn't quite believe that. That's why I'm sort of in that I want to believe type phase. I want to, please. But they said there could be a hidden UFO civilization right here on planet Earth. Little spooky.
Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 has a theory that the UFOs that we see, or UAPs, are actually like future humans that are traveling back in time.
That'd be
really
interesting.
Yeah, so that's kind of like why, there's, I don't know, hieroglyphics with men in spacesuits and things like that.
So
What
that would be
future Shawn say to present Shawn?
Run. Just
Run where?
move. Just
run
somewhere.
like more often. Like you're out of shape.
Might be
dare
like,
you.
use the Peloton, girl. It's going to actually work out well.
I feel like I could run these days. I think I might be able to. I'm getting in shape over here, slowly but surely. I know it doesn't look like it yet.
Oh, Shawn, we should go to yoga together.
Oh, let's do it, Fritz. Do you know how to do that stuff?
Yeah, I've gone like 4 times.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fun. It's hard as hell. Tell you that
You do
much.
hot yoga?
Hot yoga, yeah.
Oh, you're out of your mind doing hot yoga. Well, I from what I hear, again, I'm not a scholar in this field, but I hear that yoga just regularly is incredibly intense and hard to do. So hot yoga, hey, let's just break the AC and do this at 93 degrees.
You can just turn it off. You don't have to break it.
Whatever you got. You'd have to break it with me because I'd be too tempted to go over there and change things during my session there at the yoga facility. Okay, we're going to come back with the final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. The Step of P said, how many push-ups am I up to? I don't know. I haven't done the push-up. I've been lifting weights.
Nice.
I've been doing weights. So that's probably got me to where I can crank out at least a couple of push-ups.
Isn't that so satisfying, too? Because you can see the shape of your body changing, and you're like, oh, man, that looks pretty good. And then that, like, makes you want to keep going.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I mean, I'm at the very beginning. If you looked at the stage, I'm at, like, point B, not point A, but I want to get to point Z, which that might be too crazy. I want to get to, like, point S or so, that territory. Anyhow, all that coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard. Florida forecast. Well, obviously, we've got a lot of rain out there. Our pattern continuing through the end of this work week with a 70 to 80% chance for it. Expect periodic downpours, occasional lightning. Some of the storms could be on the stronger side today. And we could see anywhere from 1 to as many as 5 or 6 inches of rain. There's a chance for some flash flooding in some communities. Our high today, 87 degrees. Finally, by Father's Day weekend, the rain backs off. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Hey everyone, I'm Dante Marcatelli. And I'm Jake Chapman. We're the hosts of Magic Drive Time, the only daily audio fix for Orlando Magic fans. And actually, I just realized this, Jake, one of the longest running sports talk shows in Orlando. We've been at it for 13 seasons. How is that possible?
Oh, wow. That's good stuff, Dante. And that's exactly what you'll get on Magic Drive Time each day. It's your touchstone for the latest Magic news, game previews and reviews. We've got more stats and notes than we know what to do with.
Listen to Magic Drive Time on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Each morning across Florida, hundreds of Duke Energy line workers start each day with one thing on our minds: making the grid stronger and more reliable for you. To us, it's about more than keeping the lights on. It's about being more efficient to help lower costs for our customers. It's more than a job, it's a commitment to building a smarter, more reliable energy future for Florida. Find out more at duke-energy.com/FL Future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
One more rep. You got it.
10.
Nice work. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster TV ads with Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, right?
Yes, the key ingredient is Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles to people?
Yes, Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger and leaner with more energy. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send a text. Text BELT to 231231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BELT to 231231. That's BELT to 231231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Last season, millions tuned into the Betrayal podcast to hear a shocking story of deception. I'm Andrea Gunning, and now we're sharing an all-new story of betrayal. Justin Rutherford. Doctor, father, family man. It was the perfect cover to hide behind.
I was just like, what in the world is going on?
Listen to Betrayal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Betrayal and start listening.
Summer in Florida. You know, that fun season of watching the thermostat like a hawk, not to mention your power bills. Keep the AC in and the heat and humidity out with new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen delivers custom-designed, energy-saving windows and doors, and that's because their unique Fibrex material combines elegance and resilience, offering double the strength of traditional vinyl. And they offer a seamless experience from design to installation, providing durable windows and doors in Florida that can stand up to Florida's weather. And now through the end of June, buy one window and or patio door and receive one 40% off. Plus 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring experienced window and door installers. Just go to rbafla.com for complete details. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
These days, the cost of fixing or replacing things in your home is going through the roof with no end in sight. Air conditioning replacement, $6,000. New refrigerator, $1,500. Flat screen TV, $1,200. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. For as little as $1 a day, Everything Breaks can cover it all. Appliances, plumbing, air conditioning, home electronics, including cell phones and more. Everything Breaks covers repairs your insurance doesn't, saving you hundreds, even thousands on unexpected repair bills. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. Call for your free quote. Call 855-865-SAVE. That's 855-865-SAVE.
Get it all covered your way, 'cause everything breaks.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See plan terms and conditions for details. Coverage not available in all states. Actual savings may vary based on the coverage plan and repairs needed. Call 855-865-SAVE. Online at goeverythingbreaks.com.
Spectrum Internet has enough speed to handle all your needs, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus, Spectrum's advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security for all your connected devices. Get Spectrum Internet with fast and reliable speeds, starting at just $29.99 a month with a 2-year price guarantee. Visit spectrum.com/internet for you for full details. Offer subject to change, valid for qualified residential customers only. Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us, friend. We appreciate you, no matter where you're listening today. And if it's raining, be careful, be safe out there. I know it's been nasty in a lot of places today, and I don't want you to get caught up in that and make a dumb decision, so do be careful. Big thanks to Austin. He reminded me of what book I was talking about. It was called Project Hail Mary. That's the book about the space adventure. It was good, very, very good. Unlike some of the other books I've read where it's just like so many details. I read another one, and I stopped it because they were going on and on and on about details to the most minute things, which is just was not for me. Now we take ourselves to the home stretch here, and we do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Shawn will probably only play one.
All right. Here goes nothing, friends. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, whatever happened to Skywall Summer? Yeah, my whole year has been thrown into the ringer here, and everything that was up went down, and everything down went up. So I'm still trying to put the pieces together, and we're going to have a lot of announcements about things that are happening in 2024. Just now getting the train back on the tracks, I would say. So the rest of the year should be very, very interesting. Stay tuned for sure. Here goes nothing. These final dispatches start with this one. Here is Swilly talking about the rain.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
Hey.
Except it's not happy today. I'm pissed.
Uh-oh.
So to preface this, I don't own a truck.
That's not
I
good
have
for
my little motorbike.
For some people.
That's all I've got. So riding in the rain really ruins my day. I get up at 5:30, ride to work, obviously in the rain, get to work, pouring rain. As soon as I sit down on my work truck, the rain stops. And the whole day I'm working outside, not a drop.
Isn't that
a little
convenient?
sprinkle around noon. And I almost said a bad word.
Please don't.
I kid you not, the second my ass cheeks touched that bike seat, pouring rain again. And now I'm standing in my garage, and the rain stopped.
Back and
I'm going to go
forth.
inside and drink whiskey about it.
That's the summer. That's the summer for you.
Sorry,
and how do I say this name again? Mandy Potemkin? Is that what it is?
Patinkin.
Patinkin. Mandy Patinkin, guitar slinger, is chiming in on that.
Shawn, you didn't know who Mandy Potemkin is?
No.
In The Princess Bride?
Oh, yeah.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. That guy.
I didn't know it was him.
Please don't tell me you've never seen The Princess Bride. Come on, man.
No, I've seen The Princess Bride a long time ago. Long time ago. I don't remember all the stuff from it, but I do remember that. And I did not know it was the same guy. But in this, I can tell you he's super good. It's a fun murder mystery. What I say it was called Death and Other
Details.
Death and Other Details is the name of that show if you missed it. Let's go to Daddy Two Times right here.
So in general, there's a lot of different professions where someone provides a service and you could tip them for that based on your own opinion. But the ones where you should absolutely do it and feel bad about it if you don't are the ones where people aren't really provide a living wage just to show up to work and rely on tips. Waiters, bartenders, hairstylists, delivery people who aren't going to make very much money at all unless they earn that tip. At the same time, if you just want to tip any and everybody because you got an abundance of spare change, go for it.
Yeah, you do you. I'm fine with that too. I agree, though. I hate the people who are like, I don't tip out of principle. I don't tip. And you go, that just makes you a bad person. You're not taking some like cool principled stand. The nature of the beast is the situation we have right now where people do rely on tipping. So if you're like, I'm taking my principled stand and not tip, then somebody gets screwed. It's not going to change the way the whole economy works in the service industry.
And also, we got to get rid of tipping. Try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I've been to places where they got rid of tipping, and I've noticed in every one of them that the service industry is noticeably worse. Like in France, you can't find people in restaurants that are like doing a good job helping. It's a motivator that helps people, some people at least, put more service into their work. And so a lot of places where they don't have tipping, it ends up sucking. That's not across the board, but I've just seen that in general. Here's Concrete Mike talking about water fountains.
Happy Hump Day News Junkie crew. So during the recession back in around 2008, I was actually plumber Mike for a couple of years working with a buddy of mine in Miami, and we were remodeling Winn-Dixies. The water fountains, you have to go internal in them to access the water supply. So you have to know what you're doing with them. Not just any fool can go in there and work on them.
Isn't that funny? It just seems like it would be such an easy thing. Like they would set it up and you just turn a knob or something and then the water goes.
Water is on. All right, let's drink.
Like, there should be two options, on or off, and the water flows or it doesn't.
Maybe just more than one person who knows how to work it.
That would be nice too.
But how are we going to find people?
Okay, how about this? When you live in an apartment building, let's say you live downtown and you live in an apartment building, they have a plumber or like a jack of all trades that works in those buildings. When something breaks, they may even have two people sometimes
like
that will go around. Yeah, like the super of the building. They will fix everything. How is it that a building will have one person that does that and the entire city of Pittsburgh will have one person? That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. Every building has one, and then the entire city relies on just one plumber to do the work. That seems like a bad idea. Smackerel has a dispatch.
What's up, junkies? Shawn, did you just say twist it to the right? Think about how you turn all the water on and off at your house, dude.
All right.
All the valves work the same way. And Sabby,
not true.
Punish for being late. You have to pick me for Fritz on the street.
Oh yeah.
Bye. Mr. Window of Opportunity.
That's not true. Because when I use my sink, I go up and down.
Mine goes to the right too. Mine's a lever. Mine's not a
but if you have a hot
knob.
and a cold, those are two different directions.
Right. Yeah. I don't think it's as simple as he was suggesting, but maybe I'm just a dodo on this.
Unpicked for Fritz on the street.
All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Here goes nothing. The Golden Bachelor still sparring. Old Man River and the Goblin, Gary Turner and Teresa Nist. They are still fighting back and forth over their relationship. they are still fighting over their divorce, and she has now gone 2 months not responding to his divorce papers, I guess. They said an irretrievable breakdown is where they're at. The only documentation that Teresa has signed off on, according to court docs obtained by the U.S. Sun, is a joint stipulation informing the court that she agrees their divorce should be handled in Indiana rather than New Jersey, where she lives. Not going well in their world, but that's zero surprise to anybody who was paying attention. Team USA explaining their decision to leave Caitlin Clark off the team. They said it would have been irresponsible to take into account Caitlin Clark's popularity when considering her for a roster spot. They said it would be irresponsible for us to talk about her in a way other than how she would impact the play of the team, because it wasn't the purview of our committee to decide how many people would watch or how many people would root for the U.S. It was our purview to create the best team we could for USA basketball coach Cheryl Reeve. They said other players who didn't make the team were even harder to leave off. Oof, that hurts. Another shot to the bow there. Over on X, they're making likes pretty much private for everybody that you can imagine. And remember yesterday, in jury duty, I believe, we played the defense attorney for rapper Young Thug, where he got arrested and he was found in contempt of court. This is interesting. This is not a tiny little sentence, I don't think, actually. He's ordered to spend the next 10 weekends in jail. So,
weekends?
Yeah, just weekends, I guess.
Wait. If that's the case, you have to be like, not onboarded, but processed in and out of jail every Saturday and Sunday?
They have that,
guess
though. I've
so.
heard of that before.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
Well, they have, obviously, work release. They have different programs and stuff that people can engage in. And this one, he'll be just weekends spending time in jail.
I'll be like, can I just do 20 days then? Can you just put me in for 20 days?
Well, I can't because he's doing the case, I guess. And I don't know when the sentence will begin, if it will be now or if it'll be after all this ends.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a crazy case, and it's going to go on for a lot longer. Over in Denmark, they said instant ramen that has gone viral for like the 11th time has been made illegal in the country. The level of capsaicin, which is what makes things spicy in this bulldog hot chicken ramen 3 times spicy, is this many. Celine, tell me if this is a lot. Oh, no, I don't have the number of Scovilles in front of me. It was on the other thing I saw.
1 trillion.
It's a lot. It was a lot of Scovilles, but they said this was so hot that they ended up banning it in the country. And the final couple here, there is a unicorn of a cat that they just discovered at an Oregon shelter. And I've never heard of these before, but I guess they're pretty rare. Let me bring this up so I can show you before we get to Today I Learned and get the hell out of here. This says a rare kitten was dropped off at the Oregon Humane Society, later stunning shelter workers when they realized just how special he was. The kitten was discovered to be an intersex male tortoiseshell cat, which I have never heard of before, but they're kind of fun looking. Look at this little guy.
Calicos are always female.
Are they?
Yeah. So like, that's like Celine, my cat that I found here at iHeart like 7 years ago. And calicos, their whole thing is like, it's a female because it is that color. So that's why it's a unicorn.
I know it's a female.
What?
How's that?
It doesn't have a penis.
Right. Tends to be the best way to sort that out.
Okay.
You asked as though I had a different answer.
I don't know.
They said this is an incredibly rare cat, and they were happy to have it. Tortoiseshell. Is tortoiseshell just another way to say the calico?
Yeah,
thing,
it's just like caramel colors, light browns.
Oh, very
It's
cool.
very beautiful coat.
Yeah, there they are. All
Just
right,
going to make a great purse.
They are beautiful, but I would never skin a cat. I just could not bring
When
myself
they pass
to do
away,
that.
I'm going to definitely make some sort of clutch. Yeah.
You're gonna? Would you really keep your pets around afterwards, like as a tribute to them? Like get your animal
It's soft.
stuff.
I don't want taxidermy. I want Build-A-Bear softness.
Nothing scary and stiff and.
It'll still be terrifying, and I think you guys should reach out to my parents and make sure that I'm okay.
Okay, we can do that if need be.
If
Hey,
I'm
Fritz.
stuffing the cat.
Yes.
Fritz, thanks for hanging out with us as always.
Thank you for having me.
We love you. We appreciate you. And it's always a pleasure to have you on the show on Wednesdays or anytime else we can get you. For now, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. And here goes nothing. Fritz, feel free to chime in and beat both of them today until they learn. Today, learn this band right here.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath is correct. Today, I learned there's a McDonald's-themed Black Sabbath tribute band.
Yep.
They are called Mac
Sabbath, and they're awesome.
They've been around, I guess, for a little while, and they call themselves the undisputed kings of drive-through metal.
I am frying pan.
Wait. They changed all the lyrics?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
For 10 years, Mac Sabbath's band has included Ronald Osborne, Slayer McCheese, Grimulus, and Cat Burglar. That is the band Mac Sabbath, and what a niche they're in. They're doing their thing. Today, learn back to cats again. Olives can cause cats to become playful and excited. Why? Well, it's because they contain a compound called nepolactone, which can also be found in catnip. So people have found that when they're eating olives or using them in some kind of dish, their cat will get next to them and bother them. They're totally safe and non-toxic for cats, but you should keep the pits away from them. And they're really, really attractive because they have that same catnip thing, nepotolacetone or something like that.
Interesting.
That means they make dogs like lethargic?
Possibly. I don't know. They get them high somehow. They like them. The cats go nuts for them. Today, learn this character right here. Right here.
Nala.
Mickey
Mouse.
Barney is correct.
Guessed.
Barney is often cited as a contributing factor to the perceived sense of entitlement in millennial generation kids, they say, who grew up watching the show as children. How is Barney responsible for its one-dimensional world
He says,
where
you
everybody...
can have everything, kids.
Does he?
I don't know. I hated Barney.
That's what they said. They said a one-dimensional world where everybody must be happy and everything must be resolved right away. Isn't that just television? That's like you have a limited amount of time to tell a story, so you do that? That doesn't seem to be too crazy to me, but they blame Barney for the millennials. Today, learned in the 50s, Disneyland offered fishing on Tom Sawyer Island. It was in an area that they called at the time Catfish Cove. Guests could borrow a pole and a can of worms to try to catch fish. They offered to clean, ice, and then store them until you're close to a restaurant. And they would serve up your own fish that you caught right at Catfish Cove on Tom Sawyer Island while you were in the Disneyland theme park. They ended that because people were just leaving fish everywhere all over the park. And it was gross and stinky and fishy, and nobody likes that. And finally, today learn this group right here.
Four Tops.
The Four Tops is correct.
All sound the same to me.
The Four Tops, along with Kim Cattrall, John Lydon, and tennis star Matt Wilander, were all supposed to be on the doomed Pan Am Flight 103, but they either changed their plans or missed the plane. So the Four Tops would have been dead, including the guy who just said he was in the Four Tops.
And they got bigger acting.
They put a straitjacket on him. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, the same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com.